What up? What up? Goodness. What up, family? Y'all good? Cool. I'm trying to get good. Lord have mercy. Why my voice just start cracking like I'm a teenager trying to go into puberty. What's good, man? We got a couple of people. We gonna be waiting on some folk to fall in. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Ooh, where am I with this? Hope you guys are having an absolutely awesome day. Mm, 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 mm. All right, I need to do this real quick. This is important. 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 Uh, yes. Yes, sir. Hope you guys are having a good one. We had some decent weather again up here. We was in the 40s. Not a bad deal. I'll take it. Better than freezing. I can tell you that right now. All I needed was a hoodie today, baby. Today was good to go. And just doing housekeeping. Every time I get in here, is none of those settings. All that stuff is not set, so I gotta go in here and actually set stuff. Okay, that's mine from Facebook. What's happening? Shout out to Facebook. What's going on with the Dillio? Oh, I was still doing this too. I hope you guys are having a great week. And I left my house for the first time since, good Lord, Friday. That's pretty bad. Been busy. Been in here grinding. Wasn't feeling 100%. Voice still trying to come back. So we working on that. We working on it, man. We getting there. We getting better every day. Feel much better. Just gotta get past some of this congestion that still kind of lingers a little bit. And what else we got going on? We got the voice that ain't back yet. I need it back this week though. We got rehearsal on Thursday. I need to have that voice back. I'll be there regardless. I shall be there regardless. I should have got some tea before I came in. I shall be there regardless. Man, we got a couple people. What's going on, family? Should have some interesting conversation today. I wanted to get into man, a couple of cars that I thought was gonna bring some different heat, man. That Mustang's that supercharged dark car horse and the Dodge Challenger, the new Dodge Challenger with that all-wheel drive twin turbo straight six. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more than what it was, man. Some people tested it out, and we'll get into that. We shall get into that. Come in, Mike. We shall get into it. I had high hopes and high expectations, and well, it failed to deliver. It failed to deliver. It didn't do what it said. Well, what I thought it would do, because they didn't say that it was going to be all that. I was optimistic. Let's be honest. Quite optimistic. Um, Thought it was going to be way more. I thought it would be more car. I know that from a tunability perspective, that it has more capability than was there. But that's modifying a new car. If you're not willing, then that kind of nicks it. Some people just want to get it as it is and do what it do. I still think the Challenger will be a great daily, without a doubt. I still think it'll be a great daily. But it kind of fell short. It kind of fell short on what I thought it would do. Ooh, that Mercy Alago. Sheesh. Oops, I'm not supposed to be saying that out loud. God dog it. Why did I say that one out loud? Y'all ain't hear that. No, but y'all ain't hear that. For those who hear, y'all ain't hear that. Mm-mm. Y'all ain't hear that? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Ooh. What? Yeah, man. I'm just we got some we didn't pick a topic. Another one? We didn't pick a topic last week on bring a trailer car. So what I'm gonna do tonight is we're gonna go over some what did I pick? I picked did I pick American? Some unique or rare American muscle. And I do have a few honorable mentions, man, that I wanted to go into based on what I saw. Because they got some interesting things in it. And it was crazy. Two of the cars that we talked about last week, two of my favorite cars, they got two more on here. I swear to you, I look at Bring a Trailer minimum once a week. And I very rarely see a Scirocco. And they got another Scirocco on it. What's going on, man? No, not yet. Not yet. I've been toying with ideas, and as I go through the process of, I use the crap out of AI for that type of stuff. Um, so what I do is I go find a design I like. I wrap it on AI to see how I like it on the car. I can see all the way around the car, which is really cool. For the ones that are top of my list, I've been sending them to Zay. Y'all know Zay is gonna be the only cat that's gonna be touching his car. And oh crap, I forgot to send him. I've been sending it to Zay so that he can take a look at it and just kind of spark his brain. I'm not expecting any feedback from him. Real talk. I Once I decide what I want, that's what direction I'm gonna go with him. The last thing I sent him was some ideas that I have for Zeus. But I've been working, man. I got a couple. The ones that I put out there aren't all the way at the top of my list. Those are the ones that I'm kind of toying with. I might get closer on some of the ones that I find. Like today, I was about to put one that I really like, and I backed off because I still want the reveal to be next level. I think some of the ones that I put out already that were thumbnails, they some of them look decent based on how I thought it would look, and some of them didn't hit the mark. So I got a few more that I didn't even put out as a thumbnail because it was too far from the mark, man. It was too far from the mark. So yeah, no, we didn't deal with it. We had to write it off. We had to write it off. But the as I get closer to what I want, man, we're locked down. I'm not gonna be moving. Oh, what? I'm not gonna be moving towards that. I don't expect to be doing that. I'm gonna probably be wrapping and locking down what design I want in the fourth quarter of this year. I don't want to beat you guys up with the fact that I got goals. and man, we had some we had a great week last week, and it started off really really good this week. So the goals are doing phenomenal, and it's gonna be a good year, man. I'm telling y'all, 2026, man. We stay disciplined. We're gonna make some magic happen this year, guys, for real. Shout out to Cody, man. Me and three, bruh. This brother is doing some things that not too many people willing to tackle, man. He done got that supercharger in the 300. Look like he got a little loose of a mount of a engine mount, but man, that thing it whine, man. Need a little cheese to go with that wine, but it's wine and it's sounding good. I'm excited for him because this brings him back to supercharger. He had I don't know if you guys know, if you go back and look at some of his videos, he had a Pentastar 300 that he had supercharged, and it got towed up, man. Got towed up. I'm in Jamaica. Wait, Caribbean country, planet country. Wait, what? Jamaica, Poland, Caribbean countries, and planet. California, Prince, country, and planet. All right, there, Travis. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but welcome, brother. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh my God. So I'm literally just in here. I know. Willie Brown, what up, my brother? Willie Brown. Willie Brown, I was supposed to call you, and I was hurting. I was hurting. I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't feeling well. So I didn't get a chance to call you. I'm feeling better. I'm probably gonna try to get out of the house tomorrow. So I have, I got a list of things I want to do. I'm supposed to be going and visit with Ilya Extalgic and check out the shop. Unfortunately, I can't film anything, but I can tell you guys about what I see and saw. I got you though, but we got to wrap. We got to wrap. I need to check in with you. I've been kind of reaching back and talking to my guys, so I need to check in with you, see where you are, and then check in with you, man. Just check in with you. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Um, but yeah, I want to get out there and I want to go check out the shop where Ilya is, man, and then see what I see. I can't film. I can talk about it after the fact, but I can't film anything. I'm looking forward to it because I've been, oh, that's right. I forgot about that. That's right. That's right. That's right. It's that season. My man grinding. It's all good. You're right. You're absolutely right. I forgot about that. Do me this, man. Let me know what's a good time to link, and I'll try to make that happen better than just hitting you because I'm free throughout the day. I'll fool around and call you when you got your hands in it, deep in it. So just let me know what time. Man, they got two of them. I'm sorry, y'all. What? Wow. I'm sorry. I'm man. I do this, and I hope you guys like this burger trailer thing that I've been doing. Y'all don't understand. I love looking at cars. Like I'm a real. All right, brother. Thank you. I'm a real car guy, man. I love cars, and I always get an inkling, a scratch, a itch, wondering about something or another. And I dive in and I start doing the research. I start seeing, like, I got a list, especially as I'm going through this journey of what I kind of locked down on some of the things I would love to acquire. I think life is it's gonna afford me um an opportunity to see some of this stuff. So I'm just, I like to kind of plot out some of the things I like to get, especially if I get this garage. It's going to give me space to do some things. I'm trying to reason with myself through all of that. Listen, I pray for this stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. And it's not for the reasons from gluttony or anything like that. It's truly from experience and sharing. I don't believe, any of these cars are gonna be with any of us forever. We are the keepers of them now, right? So another one. I'm sorry, guys. Uh, we are the keepers of these cars for now, and eventually somebody else is going to own these things, man. But for now, as we do own them, man, I like to enjoy them and I like to share them with others. You know, Experiences that I wish I could have had coming up, especially dealing with cars, being around cars, and I'm way too good looking to be big. What do you think the Challenger Hellcat looks better than the Camaro ZR1? Ooh, that's a great question. That's a great question. That is a great, great question. Um, I'm gonna have to abbreviate your name. Um, I'm gonna call you 1188, man. So check this out, 1188. Let me ask you this question because although I am not, I have my Mopar moment, if that makes sense, right? And the maybe more of a Chrysler moment. And what really got my attention, because even before I bought Zeus, I was looking at Hellcats, right? And the one thing that turned me off of Hellcats is the season that Hellcat found themselves in, and that's with theft, right? That was the big thing. I'm a toter. I carry heavy everywhere I go. I don't have to hurt nobody, right? But let me ask you this. Are you talking just regular body Hellcat? Or are you talking um wide body? Because Challenger is what I was looking at. And honestly, if I had to pick between the wide body Challenger and a Camaro, man, it would be that Hellcat all day. I think that is a beautiful car. I love the wide body Challengers. That's what I was looking at. That's exactly what I was looking at. Um, um, I had this conversation with Tim about that decision I was looking to make, and he was against it. He was against he was against the Hellcat because of the state of Mopar, and I say that based on how people were stealing them, man. It was just unreal the way these people were losing their cars. And so many videos where people would see rain cams or seeing people getting their car jacked. And although I have nothing that lives outside, the reality of someone getting my car would be in the event that I'm in it and they run up on me trying to get it. I am not one that will shy away from putting a hole in my door. I'm gonna be absolutely honest with you. But I don't have to hurt nobody, and especially over a car. I'm not trying to give it away, but I also don't want to be put in a situation like, you know, if I don't put myself in a space where I have to do those type of things, then I'm okay. And trust me, I don't I do not regret the decision that I made. I think I bought one of the most exciting, and it has been voted. I have to share that with you guys. One of the most exciting cars and most pleasing cars on the market. Real talk. Real talk. Yeah, I agree with you. Hellcat, in my opinion, looks better, but do not sleep on that new ZR1X. I was looking at a video. Oh, what's your girl name? Amelia video when she came back here from Germany from a day before race to go and drive the ZR1X, and we was able to. She was able to talk to one of the engineers and get some information. What was quite interesting to me is that when the E-Ray, which is the brainchild that started the wheels turning for the ZR1X, when they were working on ZR1, the E-Ray, they were working on ZR1X. So the idea of that electrified twin turbo car was already in the play when they were making and even getting the E-Ray ready for the world, which is, in my opinion, it's very smart. They were on it, so they gave us basically a budget ZR1X in the E-Ray, and then gave us a monster of a production vehicle that excites me. I really do like what that car demonstrates itself to be. One thing that Corvette is, in my opinion, is truly not is a drag car. It's not a straight line car. It's meant to be a car to be in the corners. Um, as AB would say, carving canyons, baby. It's supposed to corner. It's made for that. This car can be a straight line car as well. Like real talk, straight up straight line car. See, this is what I'm talking about. Especially the wide body. Yes. Willie Brown, you're absolutely correct. That wide body is beautiful. But Corvette, man, they killed it with that ZR1X. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would love eventually to be in a space where that could be an option. I really would love to own one of those. uh, no, no, no. That's an iconic car. I had one, and every time I see him, I love him. I think that. Well, let's go back, because to your point, I believe that um, when you look at the old body styles, old Firebirds, old Camaros, 60s, they all were similar. Firebird had the pointy nose, Camaro had the flat blunt nose, right? Um, yeah, they basically are the same car, in my opinion, with body panels different, except when you got on the inside, especially with the late 70s, early 80s Camaros and Trans Ams. They were different on the inside, especially with the Trans Am Firebirds. Um, with the, oh my God, what I used to love that was in that car was that what do they call it? That swirled aluminum, where they take the swirling and that's all over the dash, as opposed to carbon fiber. You have this swirling all over the dash. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, they're the same car with different body panels, to be honest with you. I mean, you got to think how many cars were the same. Let's look at G bodies, the G bodies, right? Um, they were the same across the board except for panels and Monte Carlo, Regal, um, Buick Regal, Cutlass Supreme, Pontiac Grand Prix. They were all the exact same car. It just was what body panels they put on the front. Same car, same chassis. They didn't recreate the wheel, over and over again for most of the cars. If you think about it, so many cars mimic each other. What was some of the other mimicking? Mustang and Mercury had a, what was the Mercury? God dog it. That was just like the Mustang F body. Do you think Dodge should have brought back the Challenger originally? Is right now two door like the six brought back. Um, I think that them bringing back the Challenger the way they did, I think they missed the mark on the powertrain. I think they could have survived with the car two things I'd have made different on that car. If they could have maintained all-wheel drive, that would have been next level. That would allow that car to be something extremely unique. But I think it should have had a Hemi. I think it should have a big motor. Number two, they should not have tried to share the same platform as the EV. I sat in that car at the auto show, and I hate the fact that I feel like I have blocks where you're sitting in a seating position. If I was sitting, if I was able to sit like I sit in the vet, where you literally you like this, you sitting way back. I'm frozen. Why am I frozen? Oh, I got too much crap open. That's what's going on. Sorry, guys. I don't know if y'all saw me frozen or what. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. My apologies. I don't know what happened, but I froze. I looked at the signal. It's got to be, I know exactly what it is. I got too much crap open on this doggone computer, man. I've been working, man. Boy, I've been working, man. And I'm trying to shut some of that stuff down so we don't eat up too much of this RAM. But and I don't know if you can hear me what I was saying, man, but the we gotta close this. What I was saying about that car, the pieces where they left, where I think they went wrong was with the not having a Hemi, and the fact that they used the same chassis of the EV. I just thought that was a poor move. I thought that was a cheap way to go out with that car. To be honest with you, do I think do I think it was a good idea for them to come out with? I think so. I think it still was a dope idea, especially if they could have maintained all-wheel drive with a Hemi. I think that car would have been absolutely next level with the weight and the torque that that thing could produce. Absolutely bananas. Absolutely bananas. And one of the things, what's going on, Lefty? One of the things I wanted to G Body Lefty showed it on cue. There he is. Soon as I start talking about G Bodies, Lefty fall up in here. But the two, 4-door, because the 4-door cars did not look like muscle cars. Agreed. Like we had a muscle car conversation just recently, right? And American Muscle was V8 coupes. It wasn't 4-door cars. It was always V8 coupes that made up the muscle cars that we had back in the day, right? I want to see the 26 for some reason. I can't see it. I mean the 2006. I want to see it. I want to see it. Okay. Why did I put 26? Good Lord, man. Get it together. Okay, we talking the original body style. I think that in the 2006, they didn't have the Challenger in the 2006. They came out with the Charger, right? Am I mistaken? For some reason, I don't remember. Yeah, they did have it. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. They modernized this car a whole lot more. And I think what was necessary, it wasn't just I think the exterior needed a refresh, and they did that as they worked their way up, all the way up to like the last call cars and stuff like that. But I think with this car also was in dire need of an interior refresh, and I think they got that. They got exactly that with the new one. I believe that. Do I think they should have came out something that looked more like this? Eh, I think that it's an evolving thing, right? So I think that what it looks like now is an interpretation of what this car used to look like. As a matter of fact, this is the '06 is an interpretation of the original Dodge at I think back in the day. The Charger was the coupe. So I think it's an interpretation of the original coupe back in the day. But it's just that you're never gonna make them look exactly the same. But what is your favorite mango? Mango, go mango, bro. I think when I think Mopar, I think go mango. I think straight up go mango. Green called green go. I think that not necessarily the care. I mean, make the very rare color makes the care more valuable than the others. I think the rare colors add value. The rare colors add way more value. The care becomes a little bit more important because you don't want to mess it up, especially are looking to um if you are looking to use the car as an investment, meaning are you keeping it, taking care of it to a point where you know eventually that this thing is going to have a dollar figure and you're going to sell it? Or are you daily driving it and enjoying it and this, that, and the other? If that's the case, then, what goes with that is how you taking care of it to maintain its luster. UV light, it being out in the sun, fades, clear coats go through or something, rock chips, yada, yada, yada. The value in a rare color is all about the pristine. It's all about how well you maintain that rare color and keep it looking like original. The rarity of a color is very important. I think that takes it to the next level. So when you get something that's real common and you looking for something to be unique, you go for the rare colors. For example, um, what was it called? Ray's vet, he had this color called midnight raised blue. Very rare color. You don't see them that often. What's crazy is it was a very an extremely rare color, like for real, extremely rare color. And then uh Sublime ended up buying his wife a Corvette, same year, same color. I cannot make this up. You don't see this color at shows. Everywhere Ray went with this thing, he was the only. If there was vets, he was the only one with that color. Very rare color. Because it's a 2017, I brought it brand new. The only go green 2017. Oh, they only made it for that year, and it looks like 2026, absolutely flawless, bro. If you can keep it like that, depending on what, let me ask you this: what is your goal with that car? Is it a driver, or is it something you take out every once in a while? Is it a garage queen, or is it a weekend queen, or is this one of those cars that you driving daily? I'm curious. That's not what I wanted to do. I'm trying to see go green. Oh yeah, I love that color. I love that color. BA green and go green. I love those two colors, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Ray had a BA green Charger. I mean challenge Charger. Good lord. Hellcat Charger, wide body Charger. And I love that color. That green was popping. But this is I like this a whole lot more. Kind of reminds me of Sublime's that slime green from Sublime's car. He's got that slime green GT 500. Frostbite blue. I want to see what that looks like. For some reason, I can't think of that one either. Oh yeah, That remind me of the other. Is that's Frostbite, huh? There was another blue that I like as well that Dodge came out with. Is it B8? I know the B8 green, and there's another blue. I can't remember. Man, color is like so on it, man. Hell Boogie in the building. What up, bro? What's going on, bro? How you doing today, man? Getting that day started. Hope you're feeling well, brother. Hope you are feeling well, man. Pray you're feeling well. B5 blue. That's the other one. That's right. B5 blue. See, man, between you and Willie Brown, boy, it's like, but y'all be on, man. Golly, y'all be on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Crazy but true. I guess it was meant to stay because car care. Wait, because care. That's a win all day, man. That's a win all day. Wow. When I got my when I got Zeus, my vet, I got a Alpine White '06 Corvette C706. It's a 2017 as well. When I bought it, man, it was a single owner car, absolutely flawless. Not it did not have rock chips. I have no idea how that car did not have rock chips. It was absolutely flawless. And I didn't buy. I wanted to keep, of course, wanted to keep it clean. And what I probably should have done is got it PPL. I'm like, man, I'm driving this thing, man. I'm about to enjoy my car, and I'm not saving miles for the next person. So it's not my cup of tea. You know, I'm not. I don't think I would ever put myself in a situation. I don't know if I know how. Like, if to put myself in a situation where, what up, bro? How you doing, man? Traveling all over the country. This young man is on. He's all over the place. I gotta hear the stories, man. I gotta hear the stories. I still gotta hook up with mom so we can get that information transferred over, man, so we can get her started. But yeah, we gotta do that, Rex. We gotta get that popping. I hope you've been safe, man. I hope you're having a good time out there too. Do you think the CA Corvette is a poor man's Ferrari? Absolutely. So let me explain. So yeah, no, it is not the poor man's Ferrari. I believe it's the blue collar Ferrari. It's been dubbed that. Corvette has been dubbed the blue collar supercar for a very long time, right? Um, um, GM has designed that car to make it. This is why, although the the ZR1, the ZR1X, these cars are in 200,000 price range, and the ZR1X might be closer to three, is because although the performance is absolutely next level and it blows all the Italians and all the foreign cars out of the water, um, it's not going to have the same price tag. It's going to be probably half the cost, and that's by design. That's absolutely by design. Even with the $200,000 price tag that's on the ZR1, although 200 grand, it still outperforms its competitors, and that's literally by design. So Corvette has always been dubbed the blue collar supercar. Corvette, if you dig into some of your research, Corvettes, all Corvette top performing cars, that's everything other than the Stingray and the Grand Sport, were cars that literally was built to annihilate Ferrari. Their goal was to beat Ferrari in the dirt, no matter what they came to the table with, and it was always started with the Z06. And the Z06 came and always was the one that put Ferrari in their place. Ferrari had throw some either forced air or something behind that car, especially right during that generation of the sixth gen car, fifth and sixth gen car, primarily during the sixth gen car. And I think that was with the 458. And when they came out with the 488 as an answer to the Z06, they introduced the ZR1, a supercharged, that supercharged the C6 ZR1 as a competitor or a answer to the 488. And it beat Ferrari to the ground. It's one of those cars that has been there to do exactly what it came to do. So yes, Corvette is your blue collar, not necessarily poor man. Because I don't want to make anybody blue collar sound poor. Blue collar is just a working man. And somebody's getting their hands dirty. But it's the blue collar man's a supercar, man. Real talk. That's what it was designed to do. Do you think that the Viper would have been better automatic, not a stick? After driving a Viper as an automatic, no, I think that it is exactly what it's supposed to be. I think that Viper, the experience of driving a manual Viper is just, I don't know if I would like it as an automatic. I think it is exactly what it is, and I think that's why that car sit in the space that it does, where it is the American supercar. Although Corvette, interestingly, that we're talking about it, although Corvette gets shunned by that world, right? Even with the C8, it gets shunned because it doesn't sit in the same space as two cars that are American made that always fall within the space of those supercars, or Viper and the Ford GT. These cars fall in that space and they land and work and rub elbows with Ferrari and Lamborghini all day long. Corvette will not always get that invite. That's just, I guess it's just the way it is. Bobby in the building, man. I got something for you, man. I've been kicking myself. I haven't left the house, and I think that's part of the problem. I haven't been getting out. I've been sick. I got something coming to you, Bobby. I got something coming to Lefty. I was waiting on something to finish up for you, Bobby, and then I know it's been a minute, and I haven't got it out there, but it's coming. I promise you. I promise you. I'm feeling better. I'm gonna get out now. We got some things we're gonna get out and do. I've been in my house, man. I've been chilling. I've been, staying in here, doing my job. I get my little trading done, and I'll probably eat and take a nap, or if I'm feeling like it, I might work out and then take a nap. But I've been in recovery mode, man. Big time recovery mode. But good to see you, Bobby. What I consider a Camaro and a Mustang and Mustang's muscle car. Absolutely. They are part of the original pony cars. They are part of the original muscle cars. I think the sad part, as we talked about, it was last week, I think it was a week before, maybe it was 3 weeks ago, we got into the muscle car conversation. And I think one of the downsides to, yeah, it was before AB came on. So it was about 3 weeks ago. The downside to the muscle car lane, is that we lost Camaro, right? And technically, when you, based on where we are now, when we look at the new cars that are out right now for 2026, the Mustang is the only muscle car, American muscle car, because no, it's the only one, isn't it? Who else has a? Help me out. Um Willie, did we fall in that space where we, and I can't remember, we agreed, or at least I think we kind of fell in that space where muscle cars were naturally aspirated, if I'm not mistaken. So even if we look at some of the foreign cars, there are not a lot of foreign V8s that are not turbo. Like majority, whatever's out there, they're turbo, right? Even M8 competition, that's twin turbo car. You look at everything that Mercedes has some type of forced air or electricity in it, right? Um, thank you, bro. Thank you. Appreciate it. You ain't the only one. Um, but right now, man, I think Mustang is holding it down. They are, yeah. Yeah, they are holding it down for the muscle cars in the US. Until Dodge comes out with another V8 coupe. And right now, with the Challenger being a twin turbo straight inline six, in my opinion, that's a ricer. That's in the same lines as the BMW, man, the M3s and fours, in the same vein. Yep, Mustang is the only one. It's crazy to even come to grips with that, the reality of that. If you go back to the early 70s, late 80s, look at all the muscle cars we had. Like, we had a ton of muscle cars. We had a ton of muscle cars. And that just kind of washed away. It's kind of weird to the reality of it all. It just kind of washed away. I had a bunch of GT cars out during that time frame as well. But man, that I'm gonna tell you, man, I watched the video and it was on the Dodge channel. One of the things that I spoke about in one of my videos after the auto show was about that Challenger and what I felt the Challenger was going to bring to the table, especially being an all-wheel drive inline six, twin turbo inline six. All I can think about is the power band that BMW brings to the table with a similar setup. Um, there was one big caveat that I absolutely was aware of and ignored, and it was the weight. So following that live when I ran my mouth about that, um, I swear it had to have been either that week or the following week. One of the websites that I follow, God, what was those guys' name? Throttle House. Throttle House literally brought a uh they brought the gas charger, the new charger. They brought I think it was a Dark Horse, and they brought a SRT Hellcat to run against this the new gas charger, which, if you think about it, they brought a old familiar muscle car to the table, a current year, the only muscle car, against the one car that's no longer fully in the category of a muscle car that's supposed to have touted itself to have some decent performance. And it fell hard on its face. It fell hard on its face. Even as we would always expect from Hellcats, traction is always the issue with that car. That thing did not hook up one time. It spun through 3, 4 gears, but it still came and whipped. It still came and whipped the new Charger's butt, man. I didn't see it coming. I thought that thing would hold its own. The Dark Horse is underpowered compared to the all-wheel drive Challenger. It's underpowered and could not compete. I mean, and the new Challenger could not compete. I was shocked, quite disappointed. This thing did nothing. They did standstill and they did rolling, and yeah, it was quite disappointing. I expected more. Now I do believe if tune and some work done to it, it could be respectable. I believe that it could be very respectable. But out of the box, why out of the box is so disappointing? Look at what Dodge brought to the table for so many years. They brought beasts from straight out of the box from year after year after year. Um, Even before the Hellcat, bro. Y'all gotta think, Scatty was a bad boy. Scat packs were bad boys on the street. Then the Hellcat came, then the Red Eye came, then the Demon. So they kept upping the stakes. For them to step away from the progression they were making and to digress so far, it sucks that that car performed that way because I believe it has way more potential than it demonstrated in that race. Um, yeah, kind of sucks. I think the Hellcat is the most popular car that people talk about. Agreed. Not no more. Used to be. Used to be. I think Mopar, and I say this because it's true. Like YouTube blew up because of Mopar. Like YouTubers went to a new level behind Mopar. SRT Scaddies, Hellcats, SRT Jeeps, Trackhawks, Red Eye, Trackhawk Red Eye, the trucks. That Hemi big motor with a supercharger that wind across, you can hit a wind from blocks over, was so popular and blew up the internet like you would not believe. YouTubers were killing the game with those cars. Today, the most popular videos I've seen with some of these guys with those cars now are the people that's getting busted because are their car taken because they got stolen parts on them. Why is that an issue? Because so many people have been stealing these cars, they've been so unadulterated. The most popular videos now are the ones that are being built, not the ones that's being bought. I think it sucks. It's the ones, in my opinion, that's being built. Talk about your boy in Michigan. Oh, I can't think of his name. He built the 300s. Built the first Hellcat 300. Did a Red Eye 300. Did a Demon 300. Did a Elephant 300. Did a supercharged Elephant 300. He did some monstrous cars, man. God, my brother, me and three. He just supercharged his RT. But those, in my opinion, are the videos that take it to the next level. Now, I don't think that Mopar has the same popularity. I'm gonna tell you where their popularity stands now. It's about theft. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Who has the attention now? I think it's two cars that has most of the attention now. Cal. See, man, my God. Cali. Yes, Cal. That cat is he is knocking it out the fence. He is knocking out the fence. This is the guy I'm talking about. Do you think that the Chrysler 300 is a fancy version of a Charger? I love Chrysler 300s. I had one. I had a 300. I loved my 300. I'm gonna be absolutely honest with you. Yes, I do. You know what's crazy? 1180. I thought that when I first got that car, in my head, I got a luxury car. That's what I felt like until I did the research. They don't even look at that car as a luxury car because I believe it was very luxurious. It rode nice. It was super comfortable on the inside. Everything felt like money. I love that car. That car was good. It was very good. Very, very good. I fell in love with 300 when I first learned about the was it the first one? Nope, I got my car. I got it because of the all-wheel drive. So I didn't get a Hemi. I didn't get the big motor because I wanted all-wheel drive. I needed something that was going to be a daily that looked good and was comfortable. And a Chrysler 300 fit the bill for me. I'm not a little dude, so I needed a car that was going to hold a big guy. And I love the car. I fell in love with that car when I saw the God. If I can't think of the name of it, but Aussies, so y'all know one of y'all gonna give it to me. The Aussies had it first. They had the first SRT 300, and it was normal. It was what was being purchased over there on a regular basis. We didn't get it but like 5 years later. It's crazy that they had that car for so long and we got it so late. It did not make sense. Mr. Johnson in the building. What's going on, Mr. Johnson? What's happening with you? So is it a fancier charger? Or yeah, I think it is. I think it is. I and what's crazy that you say that, right? Um, because every time I think about muscle cars and I think about that wide body Challenger or the wide body Charger, it breaks the mold of what a muscle car is supposed to be, but that's exactly what it is. It's a muscle car. It's literally a muscle car. Yeah, man. The SRT8. It was called something. Hold on, I'm gonna find it, man. Um it had a certain name. Um yeah, they had that car. Oh, it was 2 years. They had that car for in 2019 and 2020. What was it called though? I keep wanting to say Commander, but it's not Commander. It's something else. Commodore. No, it's not the Commodore. A Holden Commodore is a different car. That's the Holden. That's the Caprice. Pacer. It was called the Pacer. That's what. Even today, I swear, I would love to get my hand on an SRT 300. I think that's what that car should have been from the giddy up. I don't think it should have been a because they pulled the luxury classification. And nowadays, honestly, when you think about having a luxury car and not having full power, that's poppycock. Look at Mercedes and BMW. They build rocket ships that are luxurious. Look at Bentley. Although heavy is all get out. That V12 is no punk, right? Same for Rolls Royce. I had a Rolls Royce blow past me on the highway going so fast. I thought I was standing still, and I was in the vet. It was hauling. Big roads just blew past me like I was standing still. And in that vet, I don't think I cruised anywhere under 85. So I know I was pretty close to three figures, and that thing blew past me like I was standing still. I had to catch it like that was what in the world? That was a Rose hauling. Yes, sir, man. Look at BMW. Let's go back. Look at BMW, right? M8 competition. Rocket ship. Absolute rocket ship. It mind blowing, especially the new M5. I would love to get my hands on one of those. I would love to get and that new Saren series, all the luxury in the world, still got a big motor. And I want to say, I think that one has the hybrid solution on it. I know the M5 does have that hybrid, some level of electrification, which is absolutely next level. Um, I think that's where they dropped the ball. And I don't know why from the American makers, why they're not looking at the level of technology that um, the Germans are putting in their cars. Especially when you think, and I think that Dodge was closer to it with the Charger than any other car. We can't even say that the Holden fell within that space because we got that. I mean, not the Holden, but the Chevy SS. That was a crossover from the Holden company. That wasn't even truly Chevrolet. It's not like we didn't have the technology. Cadillac probably was the only one that did it. Cadillac was the only one that did it. That's right, with the V series. They did it. But why they had to be the only one? Mustang don't have a luxury car. I mean, Ford doesn't have a luxury car. Or anything that could be considered luxurious, to be perfectly honest with you. Not from a four-door big car perspective. Trucks maybe, but not cars. Not anymore. Of course, Dodge had theirs. Chrysler could have pulled it off with the 300. We've lost so many other brands right now, like Buick. Buick could have been that brand, but Buick is a small SUV brand only. I don't think they do anything else. Small SUVs, that's it. We lost so many big brands, US brands, that we got the big three, literally, that are sitting still hanging in there. Um, from a GM, Ford, and Dodge perspective, right? Or Stellantis, which covers several different brands. Lincoln does have luxury, but they don't have that coupe. They don't have that car anymore. Lincoln is a SUV company. They don't even have cars. Think about what how they crunched these brands, man. Think about how they consolidated these brands. That CT5 Blackwing, nasty. Oh my God. Absolutely nasty. They're killing it with interior as well. Like you can spec these things out to some beautiful cars, man. He said, "What about the loop?" Think about what we used to have for some of these brands. And think about, well, when the last time you guys been out anywhere and just look at what's out there? I'm always looking at cars. Look at what's on the road, what's around you. You're in traffic, you looking left, right, front, rear, in your mirror, the whole nine. Most of the cars on the road are SUVs. SUV market is the key market. The reason why a lot of these wagons don't stick around and stay long enough is because they're competing with SUVs, which owns the auto market right now. SUVs are number one. Cadillac have brought themselves to several different lines of SUVs, three different stages of SUVs now. Lincoln is an SUV company. Buick is an SUV company. It is the primary car that's out here on the market, man. You say that's straight up helping me with car life. It's real though, man. Mark 8 was nasty. Like they had some cars, man. Lincoln has some cars, man. And we talked about the crossover, right? Mark 8, wasn't that similar to the Thunderbird as well? Weren't they the same car, different badging or whatever? Well, Lincoln, of course, took it to the next level, but they were similar, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of Mopar owners are getting BMWs. Hey, man, I guess I never answered that question, huh? What's running the market today? What's taking over? Who has the biggest noise in the market today? BMW. I said there was two cars, two brands that has louder noise right now. And right now, BMW is the loudest. They are the loudest. C8 came on the scene just at the tail end of the Mustang, not the Mustang, of the Mopar run. and where they teetered and where things went left for Corvette was dealer pricing. The dealers running the prices up on those cars, ripping guys off, putting people through hell and high water, people paying 50, 60, $70,000 over the price of a car. Y'all gotta realize the original see when I first priced a C8, it was set. My C8 was specced out. I had a C8 that I had specced out for 74 and some change. People came right after that and was buying those cars, paid 50, 60, 70K over that price. That was never meant to be a six-figure car. The C8 Stingray was never meant to be a six-figure car. Yep. BMWs are absolute performance beasts. I had the pleasure of driving Pegasus today to my daughter's house to go and hang pictures and do some other stuff that dad has to do. Take the lock off her garage door opener. What else did I do? I have to get a cord for a deep freezer that needs to be repaired. Daddy duties. Daddy duties. I fixed the shelf, hung a mirror. But to get there, I had the pleasure of driving Pegasus, my 2017 X5M. And I love driving that truck. Oh my God. Performance beast is an understatement. BMW, they did it well. I have no idea how I slept on this performance for so long. And I say it over and over again. I had an uncle, my uncle, Herbert, man, that's all he owned with BMWs. Like, well, Lincolns and BMWs. That's all he's ever owned. He did the family of Lincolns. He did all the marks. And then he went up the BMW chain. I've never seen him anything smaller than the 5 Series. But he had BMWs, man. And he Lincoln's first and then BMWs. And I never saw it. I didn't see it until I got mine for real, for real. I was so enamored at what I wanted. I loved my coupes at one point. I never think I'd buy another car with more than 2 doors. I bought that dog on X5M, and all I can think about is what's gonna be the next one I get. BMW, they did something, man, with these things. This is a big truck. This thing honkadonks and scoots like you would not believe. And you playing in manual mode. Oh my God. It's so much fun. I just have fun driving. And you talking a 20-minute drive. I was like a little kid driving for 20 minutes from my daughter's house. I gotta play catch up. Hold on. And the new car has no color, no style. You know what cars got really cool colors? Mazda. Mazda got great colors. Domestic cars, who has the best styling today from our domestic car brands? Oh man. Can't shy away from, the ZR1. Like, it is what it is. It is they did that thing with this car. Not just beauty from a look, but a performance perspective. I think it looks good. Wide body, I think they did their thing with this car. Um, Domestic, like there isn't a lot that's just really eye catching, is there, huh? Not domestically. What looks like to me, the I when I see it, I think it's the German Camaro, and that's the M8 Coupe. I just think that I love the M8 Coupe. I would one day I am going to own an M8 competition coupe. I want that car. I want that car. I really do want that car. I want that car, man. The luxury version of the Thunderbird is the Mark. Yep, there you go. Luxury version of the Thunderbird is the Mark 8. I know. I knew. I remember that. They were the same car, man. They both have a 5.0 liter motor in it. It had that 5.0 in it. And those who played with them, they did some wonderful stuff with it. Ford had a four-door 400. I do remember the 400. Matter of fact, I wanted one of them as well. The 400 was a all-wheel drive car. It was the car that I was on the fence between the Chrysler 300 and the Ford 400 because they both were all-wheel drive. Being up here, I tore up a rear-wheel drive truck. I needed to get something that, no, I'm lying. It wasn't the 400. I wouldn't put in 400. I put the 400 against the Infinity when I got the G35. So I was looking at a Ford 400. And when I got my eyes locked on that G35, I forgot all about 400. I couldn't even count the 400 after I saw that G35. I stopped at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got to 35 and I was over. I stopped counting. I love that G35. That thing was so much fun. I used to race this 3 Series BMW almost every time we in the morning, getting on the highway, going to the North Chicago. Man, every time I caught this guy, we was on that acting a fool on the highway every morning. Ugh. I love that thing, that Infinity. But yep, I was looking at the 400 because it was all-wheel drive, man. Yeah, man. Yep. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But that's realistic, man. That's absolutely quite realistic. Like when I looked at what MSRP was for my Z06, it was MSRP as listed, as built. It was a $98,000 car. $99,000 car. It was shy of 6 figures. I think the only thing that would have pushed my car over 6 figures if it was a 3LZ. If my car is a 2LZ. If I had 3LZ, if I had the carbon ceramics, if I had if I had Z07 package, it would have pushed it over. I was just at the cusp. All they had to do is sneeze one more option on my car and it'll push me over. But still, and this was a 17. This was back in 2017. So that Corvette was initially supposed to be, like you said, 60 something. Average price for well-built Stingray when they were introduced was around 70 and some change. To see paying over over 100 grand, it wasn't even realistic to me. It didn't make sense. Not only that, but it didn't have the performance that I was looking for. The Stingray. The reason why I got a Z06, a C7. And not only that, but you got to realize I fell in love with Corvette. For those who don't know, I fell in love with Corvette with the introduction of the C3 Stingray. Love that car. To me, in my opinion, I think the C7 is a closer representation of what that car used to be today. Beautiful car. I just think it's beautiful. I'm still enamored with my car. Like when I'm content with it parked right now because I got the BMW. I told myself I needed to get something that's not gonna have me miss that thing when I'm over the winter. And that BMW is absolutely answering the question. It is satisfying those senses. It is doing what it's supposed to, what it is meant to do. Gotta love that truck. Like for real. That thing is a beast. I don't know how I'm gonna act when I do some performance miles. And I haven't done it yet. Trying to wait to the fourth quarter this year. We looking at that. We're gonna start plotting out exactly what direction we're gonna go with both cars. Because we're gonna do a little upgrade on both when we get there. But we're not doing anything in the beginning of this year. This year we're gonna go through a season with the cars, probably where they are. If anything, I'm gonna probably strip a few things off of. Yes, I'm gonna probably strip some of the cosmetic stuff off of Zeus because we gonna be changing this look coming up. I gotta change it. It's been the same for too long. We gotta change what it look like. Your BMW is paid off. Yeah, yeah, it's mine. It's mine. That's the fun part too. That's the fun part, man. Ooh, yo, man, that thing is just it's just a beast, man. It's just a beast. It's just a beast. So another thing I thought, and I was trying to get to this conversation with um with Sublime last week about the dark horse. So he's he's a few payments out of paying off the GT 500. So car guys, what we start thinking about, man, what we can get next. That's car guys. That's how we think. What I can get next. So he's on the fence with a couple of cars that he would like to look at, and he went from a signed Shelby GT 500 to the new body style GT 500. So he's been with Ford for a minute, and they were nasty. Both of them were nasty, and now he's looking at you know E-Ray and Z06, which in my opinion are great choices. Absolutely great choices. Um, if I had to pick, although I love the sound of the Z06, I will go E-Ray. The reason why I will go E-Ray is a performance perspective. I'm a mod guy. I will mod a car. I don't have a problem with that. The reality of modding a car. And after seeing what they're able to do with a Stingray, with that Magnuson supercharger, that same motor that's in the E-Ray is the Stingray motor. Being able to supercharge that, similar to what they did to the Stingray, and also have electrification, that thing is an animal. It's an animal. It's a heavier car, and a really cool part, it already comes with carbon ceramics. So it's got the best brakes on the market. You're talking a car that's going to stop on a dime, still perform with the best of them. It is probably about 400 pounds heavier than the Z06, but it's a performance car. It's still going to get and move and do what it's supposed to do. It still can corner. It still does all that stuff. Yeah, I think, man, again, I say this and I repeat it. They were designing the E-Ray at the same time of building the ZR1X. The reason why ZR1X, VR1X, I can't even think now. The reason why there he is, my man, boy. I didn't put you and Cali in the same vein, man. Building up these 300s, but um, what was I saying? Although that thing is a little bit heavy, it's still a phenomenal car. Everyone that I've ever talked to about that car, they love it. They absolutely love their car. I've never heard anybody. And it's not a whole bunch of people. I probably ran across 5 or 6 guys that has the E-Rays, and we've had conversation, just getting a feel for how they feel about them. Light interview type conversation. And I need to stop saying stuff without having it documented, because I don't want to come across like I'm just saying it just to say it. I think proof's in the pudding. But talking to these guys, they love them. I know, I know, I know. Oh, it was a 4 or 500. That's right, Mr. Johnson. You're absolutely right. God dog it, who that is throwing me off? It was a 4 or 500. It was a 500. And I say that because I remember the older 500. There was a gentleman up here that got one, and he touched every bolt on that car. It was absolutely beautiful. 4 or 500. I remember that car. But that E-Ray, man, it really is a lightning bolt, man. It's something to behold. It as absolutely. Um, I was in a conversation in the chat about the E-Ray. I was on actually on Show's chat, going back and forth with him. He create these controversial videos, man. And I think he does it to get the drive. He get people attention. what you said is provocative. It gets the people going. I think that's what he does. And I was looking at some of the comments, man. People were going off. They were tripping, man. But nonetheless, the conversation was just around that space. And, there was an argument about, being able to do some crazy amount of miles per hour, for all these different. Most people are not driving Corvettes like that. Most of them don't drive them like that. You got to realize who is the primary owner of these things. Most of the cats, what's the biggest joke? Jorts, New Balances, lawn chairs. It's older guys that's driving these cars. Most of those guys don't drive them cars like that. They were designed. So when they came up with the C8, the whole goal behind the C8 was to actually bring themselves closer to a younger generation. But that tax that was stamped on these cars from the dealers, man, it ran the younger cats away. They messed it up for the younger cats. As a matter of fact, they had them confused because they thought Mopar was in such a good place. Younger people thought the big move was the move over to Corvette. It was the perfect move for them. But then when they were trying to get the Corvette, they started getting crazy tax. They're like, man, what are we going to do? Guess where them young people went? BMW. They realized M3 is a beast. M4 is a beast. X3Ms are ridiculous. They can do stuff with them. X3s, 4 liter, 40 eyes. They do things with the 40i, that motor, man. So they lost an opportunity, and it's not GM's fault. It's the dealer's fault for doing that. And you get these cats that buying these cars and mothballing them, thinking that they're going to get a return. And then the market corrects and they don't make money off the car. Absolutely bananas. But hey, nature of the beast, man. Nature of the beast. It took the place of the Taurus for a little bit. It did. The Ford 500, it did. They didn't stay in production for real long. And it was actually a really decent car. It had a decent all-wheel drive system. It wasn't the best. It was decent. When I started doing my research, I'm a big-time Consumer Reports guy, especially then. I was way deeper in my Consumer Reports. Their all-wheel drive system wasn't a tested solution. Not like Infiniti. Infiniti was much better. So, yeah. Infiniti had GTR Heritage. And that was a pretty stout all-wheel drive solution. So it had, history or heritage of legacy of really good all-wheel drive system. Chevy C806 or Demon 170. Which would I pick? Both at the same price. 06. I'll take the 06. I can drive that car anywhere. You can drive it anywhere. Corvettes, especially, and let's talk about the C806 singularly. It is Sybil. It is literally Sybil. It can be more than one car at one time. My car is the same way. When you got that thing in touring mode or in, I don't even think there's no true eco mode, not no Corvette, right? But when you got that thing in touring, it does not feel like a sports. It doesn't feel like a sports car until you hit the gas. Like on the highway, cruising in that car, I could cruise and it doesn't beat you up. It doesn't fatigue you out. Although the Demon is a big, comfortable car, you can't cruise like that Z06. You can't get out there and really drive like that Z06. You can't. And they compete on the track too. In a straight line situation. Honestly, the Z06 is not built for straight line. It's a corner car. It does well on the straight line, but it does corners, right? But from a driver perspective, the only thing you'll be doing, Track work is not the only thing you'll be doing with those cars. Demon is a straight line car. No corners in its future at all. Unless it's turning around to come back to run that track again, that straight line again. That's about it. That Z06, it can go straight line, but it's a corner beast built to compete with Porsche on the track. And it does well. Frozen again. Lord have mercy. Sorry, guys. I just got too much. I'm doing research at the same I'm doing research at the same time. I just got too much stuff, and some stuff I don't want to close because I'm still working on some things. I got to be careful about what I got open, man. We're gonna get it together. Sorry about the freezing, man. Sorry about the freezing. But all right, so back to what I was saying. The yeah, 06 all day long. All day long. All day long. It's such a performer, man. You say I think drag racing. Hold on, I'm getting that. Hold on, let me read this one. Wait. The young people here went back to JDM. But you know what's crazy is most of those JDM cats, they're gonna end. I promise you, they're gonna end up in BMWs. Watch, they're gonna end up in BMWs, right? What is the ultimate JDM? The Supra. What is the Supra? BMW, right? And in my opinion, the next car that's getting a lot of love is usually that transition from BMW guys, Porsche. Y'all just watch how loud Porsche gets this year. Just watch. The thieves of Hellcats and Scats killed Dodge. Yes, they did. They literally ruined an ownership experience because now your ownership is different. I can't just leave my car out when I'm running the store. I can't just leave my car parked in front of my house without feeling like somebody wanted more than I do. That's hard. That's disgusting, man. That really bugs the crap out of me. Very disrespectful. I think drag racing is pointless to some degree. I think there's a thrill that happens with it for those who are interested in it. I think some people have their interests, but I, like you, would rather be on the track. I think there's a pointless part of drag racing in my life. I would rather be on the track. I like the corners. I like pulling the steering wheel, going left and right, doing some of that stuff. Not just an oval, left and right. That's what I love about hitting some of these back roads out here in Michigan and Wisconsin, even in Illinois. And that vet is pulling on that steering wheel left and right, man. I cannot wait to bring that thing out to Tail of the Dragon so I can enjoy that as well. It's a way better experience, in my opinion, than just going up straight line and then it's over. Nah. At this day and age, I agree. Maybe that's what it is. I know they got some older cats that's doing straight line stuff, but they're invested too. They're very invested. I love pulling on the steering wheel. I like the speed. I like being in the corner and have some fun in my car. Straight line is that's what I love even more about that big old truck. I am able to do the exact same thing in that truck. I can pull on that steering wheel. I could pull on that steering wheel. But that Demon 70 is rare. The C806 is not. I'm a driver. I'm a driver. Whatever I buy, I'm gonna want to drive it. I don't believe in saving miles. My theory is saving miles on a car is like saving your girl for the next man. So you don't sleep with her because you saving up for the next man. No. No, sir. Not your boy. I am not saving my car for the next person. I'm going to enjoy it. The next person gets what's left on both everything I own. I am not one of these guys. Oh, I've met guys that only put 300 miles on their car. Corvette guys. They're different. Not your boy. I'm putting miles on my cars, man. Everything I own, I shall drive. I feel as I move into this next journey in my life, it affords me a whole lot more freedom and opportunity. And I'm gonna be driving so much more this year. I may not be doing a whole lot of other stuff from a um, purchase mod perspective. I shall be driving. Oh, I ain't gonna be driving. I'm gonna be driving y'all at work. I'm gonna be driving. I'm gonna be driving. I promise you, man. I'm gonna be driving, man. We on the same page. We're on the same page, Willie. Hey, buddy, in Illinois, I-70 South. In Illinois, I-70 South to I-94 is always a race, bruh. Isn't it though? Bro, listen, when I say so I was going the other way on I-94. I was going the other way. And I always found myself racing. When I now still heading south, should I say, on I-94. I never forget I was church, leaving church one Sunday, trying to rush to a event in Plainsville. And as soon as I got to the split where I-94 split to I-90, and I was kept straight on I-94, ran across a couple of cats, man. And I think not I-90. It split. I kept going straight and not curve. I can't remember which one is which now. But I ran across a C701, a Lambo Huracan, and a dude in a AMG GT coupe. And I got waved in to hang with these guys, and we took off. And the only one that gave me problems was that ZR1. Oh my God, that thing is fast. Was it 757 horsepower or something like that? That thing is fast. I know the speed that's in my car. Traction is an issue. But we was ripping down, bro. We was ripping and just having such a good time. Man, I'm serious. Just a good time. You say, hey, drag racing is fun, fun, fun. Yeah, to somebody. I mean, that's just not me. I'm not a straight line car. I meant north headed to Chicago, both ways. It's always a race, north or south. Really, it is. I'm not gonna hold you. Either way. I know going south more coming down 94 because I've done that way more. Now I'm coming heading east from 90. And if you saw my last reel, beautiful 5 Series BMW I was cruising with, man. Older 5 Series BMW. We was doing crazy. We was doing just crazy speed limits. Oh my God. That big old truck just hunkered down and go, man. It just goes, bro. Like, I love that thing, man. I love that thing. What was my first car ever, man? Ooh, we haven't talked about this in a while. First car I've ever owned was I want to say it was a 74. I think it was 74 Chevy Nova. Small block 350, had to change a head on it. So I bought a car that didn't run. It had a head, it had that milkshake in the motor, trained the motor, gunked it out, replaced the head, and got it running again. That thing was crazy quick. It was fast, man. Had to learn how to tinker with a carburetor, man. A screwdriver with a friend. You're so used to the day, man. You had tuning that car. You need that OBD2 to see what's happening, man. Nah, back in the day, all you needed was a screwdriver, baby. I drive a 12 Ford Fusion, and man, my car is no performance car. Running in Valvoline, restored now. They can put on Royal Purple or adds Amzol in it to help. About 70 miles, but 70 miles per hour is the 55. It really is. And I hate to say it, man. I'll be telling on myself for real. I don't even think I drive 70 miles an hour. I don't even drive 70. It's north to 70. I swear I do. I swear I do. My introduction to full synthetic was, so Zeus get Valvoline, so that's all he gets is Valvoline. So all my oil changes has been in the dealership because it allowed Paul to take a look at my car. He's my GM technician, that the only person that touched my car. It gives him the opportunity to see what's happening with it. It'd be different if it wasn't such a high performance car. I just got to make sure that it's always right because I push that car hard when I'm in it. I never want to miss anything. I don't know it like he would. I'd rather take it to a guy that knows that car like the back of his hand. He does. But that car only gets Valvoline. Royal Purple. Again, I cut my teeth on full synthetic with Royal Purple. I was using it in my GMC Yukon back in the day. And when I shifted to Royal Purple, it was absolutely mind-blowing to me. Now, I think either or, if I had to make a true Royal Purple sits into a space of big motor cars for me. If I had to make a suggestion because of what I'm using today, I use Amsol products today. I use their flush. I've used their oil. And if I were to pick today what I would use Amsoil. I will go with Amsoil. I think there's just more that they offer for your car. And if you want to make sure that it's doing what it's supposed to do, Amsoil makes a phenomenal product. It really does. They make a great product. And I think that it'll give you what you need. I was using Royal Purple in that GMC, and I did all my own oil changes and maintenance to my car. I remember what it was like putting conventional oil in my car and seeing it drain out, and it was black. Royal Purple, the first 2 oil change that I did in that car, it went from black to, Royal Purple. The oil is almost purple, so it came out just like this hazy gray. And then I want to say after the 3rd or 4th oil change, it looked the same as it did when they put it in. I was changing my oil every 10,000 miles, 7,500 miles. It looked just like it did when it went in. So it cleaned that motor out, and that car got better gas mileage. That truck got better gas mileage. It just ran so much nicer. It really did. I felt the difference. It was absolutely mind-blowing for me. I'm not going to hold you. It was mind-blowing. But I like Amsoil. I think not only that, but there's so many discount codes that you can pull that Amsoil and get a good price, a better price than what's out there. Legit Street Cars has a preferred customer code that he uses, that he puts out, that you can use, and you can save 10 to 15% on your purchase. Can't beat it. And it shifts to the house. Especially if you're a DIYer, it's perfect. It's hard not to speed. It is. I can be the first to say, man, I think when I'm out there, I hate to say it, man, I drive like an a-hole sometimes. I really do. I drive like an a-hole sometimes. I get in my car and I drive, man. Any one of them, because both of them perform so well. People sleep on that big truck when I pull up, and they think it's a doggone soccer mom's car until it pulls off and it made that and I'm getting away from it. That BMW is something else. That for real, something else. Either I step on it or the BMW or Audi almost hit me. Even semis are flying. Man, But look, man, and when I first saw that you was driving that Ford Fusion, um, those are pretty decent little cars. The only problem is that they just don't have a power band. They're definitely decent cars. They look good too. I think they look good. They remind me of, and I think that's the 12 too. They remind me of Aston Martin. Just waiting on the Lord to bless me with a Ford F-150 Super Sake single cab. I pray that He bless you with what you want, my brother. I pray that He bless you with what you want. You know He gonna want something from you, man. He gonna want something from you. You gotta give it back, Lefty. You gotta give it back. I had a light blue Hyundai, like the Boys in the Hood, my first car. I brought My dad brought me a '63 Ford truck with eight bullet holes in it. Bro, are you serious? That's like an omen. Like, why would you? Sheesh. Distributor cap. Yes, sir. On that Nova. You had to play that game, man. You had to play that game. Yeah, man. I like Amzor. I really do. I like the Amzor products. I don't knock Royal Purple. Again, I got cut my teeth on Royal Purple. I cut my teeth on Royal Purple. So I know exactly where you're coming from. And that's one thing I wish I'd have did with I wish I'd have known about it. It didn't exist. At least I don't think it exists back then. Was if I had that in that Nova. That Nova probably be running a day. That Nova will probably be running a day. What up, bro? How you doing, man? Welcome back, my brother. Mr. Sideco in the house. Yeah, man. That Nova was red and rust. But that sucker ran like a bullet, boy. Let me tell you, I enjoyed that car. The car I had after that was a blue Datsun 510. I was a big Datsun fan back there. So when I got my hand on a Datsun, and what was interesting about the Datsun 510, if you're familiar, it had those quad headlights, or the four headlights in the front that remind you of the old BMWs, and that's what it felt like I was driving. I'm gonna be honest with you. To me, this little hood boy, that Datsun was a BMW to me. It was a BMW to me, my guy. Cars do you drive? The two cars I drive today, okay, both of my cars are 2017. I have a 2017 Corvette Z06. It's a C7 Z06 2LZ. It is the original color is Alpine white, which is a flat white, non-metallic white paint. Um, Today it is satin pearl flip because it's wrap. It's satin pearl flip wrap. So it's white that flip colors when the sun hits it nicely. And I also have a 2017 BMW X5M. I love that truck. I got two vehicles, one that sits down on the ground, one stands up a little bit taller. That love the corner and they love speed. They love to get up and go. My God, I love that they like to get up and go. Which one do I prefer? Dang. Dang. So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. The one I prefer to drive is Zeus. I prefer to drive the Vet. That Vet. When I know I'm driving the Vet tomorrow, I'm like a little kid before Christmas. Still, I get excited. I picked out my clothes. Wait. I'm waiting. I'm laying my head down, trying to go to sleep, so I can wait for the alarm to wake me up to go and jump in that car. I really do. I'm like a little kid in that car. I love driving that Vet, right? But I will say, if I was to only have one, if I was in a place where I had to get rid of one car to keep one car, I would keep the BMW. It is a year-round beast. I can't do nothing with Zeus in the winter. That's the only downside. Can't do nothing with that car in the winter. I can't even get out of my driveway because of the way it's designed. If there's ice on the ground, I can't even get out the driveway. With that BMW, I can. The BMW becomes the perfect single car for me because it does everything that I'm looking for in a vehicle. It's fast, it's luxurious, it's got a great stereo system, it's comfortable as all get out. It sounds really good. It corners. I was hugging corners. I took the BMW out on a cruise with a Mercedes AMG Coupe 63 Coupe, um, two Corvettes, um, another SUV which was Cliff's BMW Cayenne, and then Pegasus. And that thing corners. It's got those wide tires. It feels planted. I could pull on that steering wheel. The seats hold me. I believe, I hate to say it, the seats in that vet, I mean that BMW hold me better than in the vet. Man, them seats hold me so tight. I feel like I'm planted when I'm cornering. Amazing. Absolutely amazing, man. Um, I hope that answered the question. Zeus is my number one. But if I had to be left with only one, I'm taking Pegasus. I'm taking the BMW, the X5M. Got back home from high school basketball game in Lafayette. That's what's up, man. How'd that go? I have to tell a story about 8 bullet holes. Neighbor of ours. Man, oh, it's something about that don't feel right. 8 bullet, good Lord. Patch the holes before y'all. I don't know it had bullet holes. Gee whiz. So look, man, I was looking at there's another car that I thought was going to be more than what it was, man, until I saw what it did, what it did what it did against a couple of competitors. Like we were saying, like I was talking to Sublime last week, man, wondering why the Dark Horse, the new supercharged Dark Horse, wasn't on his list and why he picked what he picked. And it makes sense. It makes absolute sense. So I was looking at Edmonds. If you guys watch any of, I like a lot of car performance testing, anything that proves a car. In my opinion, I like to look at that stuff because anybody can have an opinion about what a car can do until you actually see what it does. Numbers don't lie. The facts are the facts, right? Performance is performance. Um, and that's just the way my mind thinks, period. Proof is in the pudding. You know, I put it in the atmosphere so that it could come true. And then once it come true, I tell you that, hey man, it came true. God did it. So I'm sitting here looking at Edmonds Edmonds U-turn. So they have this. For those who are not familiar with Edmonds U-turn or U-drag, it's a drag race, but it's a different kind of drag race. Let me explain. Edmonds U-drag is a course that's shaped that when they take off, they go straight up. There's a quarter-mile strip. They do a drag race. At that quarter-mile mark, there's a braking point. So now they have a braking test, right? Who brakes the fastest? What car slows down the fastest? Then there's a U-turn. There's a cornering test, right? And then coming out of there, now is a rolling race where they come out of that and they do a straight line race. Now it's a rolling race. The Mustang that I thought was going to be the new shining light kind of failed me, man. They ran the Mustang door course supercharged against the Stingray. And it beat the Stingray barely. Then they put it against a BMW M4. I thought, I don't think that's a good race. I think that because it's supercharged, that it was going to just annihilate that M4. It didn't annihilate it. It beat it. It didn't annihilate it. That's the point that broke me. I'm like, whoa. Now, the race that really caught my attention, and y'all got to understand, man. I have this love-hate relationship with 911s. And for some reason, they've been trying to soften my heart against them. And and this one particular car that I saw race, it has my attention. Well, it's not exactly this one. What I was looking at is, so let me tell you. So the dark horse ran against the Carrera S. This is a 500 something horsepower supercar versus the supercharged dark horse 800 horsepower car. That Porsche annihilated. The DCT baby annihilated that dark horse. It's like it wasn't even in the race. It wasn't even in the race. Nah, man. I'm not putting. I'm not putting. I'm not putting. It's still. Let me just say, if I had, and I, one of the guys that I watched, that I was paying attention to before I bought my Z06, he was daily in a Z06 in Michigan. So he had snow tires and he did the whole thing. I can't do it. I wouldn't do it. Not in that car. If I had an E-Ray, I'd drive it every day. All-wheel drive. I just feel more confident with an all-wheel drive car in snow. I don't feel it with rear wheel drive. And that part because I already didn't tow up a truck that was rear wheel drive in snow. Tow it up. And I don't know if it wouldn't, I don't know if it would survive, man. I don't know if it would get me out of my driveway. It probably would through snow. But my driveway sometimes ices over. That's when it gets to be hard, man. What is the most expensive car I've ever owned, and do I think it was worth the price? So, from a purchase perspective or a sticker perspective, so the most expensive car I've ever owned so far is the BMW. From a sticker price, like the sticker on that car was 119. Of course, I got it at an extremely discounted price, and it, I believe, worth every penny. The technology that exists in that car is mind blowing, and that was a 17. I'm still impressed with it. Followed by Zeus. Both of those cars, I love to the end. I think they're absolutely phenomenal cars. Worth it? Absolutely. Absolutely. There are some more cars in my future that's probably going to be more expensive. And I think that when I do get to that space, not a lot of them are going to stay, if that makes sense. I plan on futurely buying cars that I'm going to rotate through. It eventually landing in a space where I'm going to focus those cars, some of those cars that are going to literally be exotic rentals, unless somebody else pay for them. That's the plan. So some of the most expensive cars, I think they're still coming for me. I already know where I want to be and which ones I want to buy and what a price range that I can find myself being in. I'm still under 200, but I will be. I think all the other ones will be in between. One would be north of 180, still under 200. And then the other few that I'm looking at that I want to put on the table are going to be just north of like 150 at the high end. And then the rest are probably going to be closer to like 110, some all in that middle space. So I have a few things that I'm looking at that we're going to add, but a lot of those are going to rotate. Once I get the garage, the goal is maybe two or three more cars that I can rotate through. Just to have fun. I want to have fun. I'm taking them, I'm driving them until I'm sick of driving them, and then I'm going to get something else. I'm going to do rallies, which is driving, right? Um, That's the ultimate goal, man. It's just the fun stuff of it. I'm going to enjoy what I have. That's what I want to do. I want to enjoy the crap out of them. The game was good. The team that I pulled for the Lafayette Renaissance Catholic Academy. They played Lafayette Christian Academy. When we left, the score was, man, yeah, they were doing their thing. Your team was doing their thing. Yes, sir. Congratulations. Good on that win, right? The Supercharged, Dark Horse, and the Dark Horse um, is different cars. Supercharged, the Dark Horse, SC are different cars. Correct. The one that I saw at the auto show, the classic, like the GT500, the carbon wheel, full carbon wheels, all these carbon pieces, was the new supercharged one. That's the one I was looking at, and they did that on here. That was the one that they did at Edmonds. It was supercharged. Yeah, man, it didn't do it. But what's crazy, and again, with my 911 love-hate relationship, it really solidified a Carrera 4S for me. Like, it really made it like, man, you might want to just focus on, make that one of your cars. And I think it's going to be transmission at DCT is stupid. When I say that thing launched and took off, like, you would think that the dude that was in the Mustang forgot to hit the gas. That Porsche took off and was gone. It got little quick. Absolutely bananas. How many miles do I have on my BMW? BMW got over 120 now, 120 something now. I drive the crap out of that truck, and it drives amazingly. There's like nothing wrong with it. The thing drives just absolutely awesome. Nothing wrong with it. The Vet has, I put 50 something thousand miles on the Vet. The Vet has just like 62, I think 62, 63,000 miles on it. Drive it, man. I ain't saving that for nobody. I drive it. And I would do that all my cars. The reason why I never want to be one of those guys that got the guys that have 20, 20 cars, 10, 15, 20 cars in the garage. Because I don't want to just sit and look at them. You can go out and look at cars. I want something I can drive, man. I can experience and enjoy. You can't, they got people that have these cars, they have to have them on Tinder just so you can get back to them and drive them again. Or you're going to be trying to, start it up. You got to jump it or whatever to get it going. I want everything I have. I want to be able to drive it. If my life continues on the way I'm moving right now and into the trajectory that we're moving, I'll be able to play in 2 cars a day. And that will make me happy. Would I rather have a new C8 Z06 or a new Lamborghini, same price? Lamborghini. I'll go Lamborghini. Pipe Dream, because they won't be the same price, especially for it will never be the same price. Like the same year car, the Corvette will be half the price. It's just a fact. Which one would I prefer to have under that circumstance? In the car scene, Corvette don't get that same love. Not out here. I would want the car, in my opinion, that's going to give me. I'll be on the fence a little bit. I would love to have the Lamborghini for the notoriety and for what the car is. I aspire to own a Lamborghini. I want me a Lambo. I'm one of those guys that want a Lambo, and I'm gonna get a Lambo. So I would want a Lambo. If I was in a place where I was in between the Lambo and the Z06, I'm gonna want the Lambo. I'm gonna want the Lambo. Would I still eventually love to own it? That'd be cool to own. But I have way more love in my heart for that Lamborghini. I don't put Corvette down. I think in the end, The better experience is probably going to be, I hate to say it, it's going to be this Z06. Z06 is just an incredible driving car. Corvette. Tej, the chief engineer from Chevrolet, has done a phenomenal job with that car. He does not call it a sports car or a supercar. He called it a GT car. And it's a grand tour for a reason, because you can get out there and you drive across country and be doing your thing, and it's great. You can't do that in Lambo and be comfortable all the way. You're going to have some uncomfortability in a Lambo. Like, you will have it. It's not that comfortable of a driving car. I'm telling you, that Corvette will feel like you can put it in touring mode and it feels like you in a Cadillac, in a nice small sedan. It just feels that comfortable. But if I was in a place where I can get both at the same price and they both new, I'm buying that Lambo, because it's a Lamborghini. And that kid in me says, get that Lambo. I've had Countaches on my wall. I noticed like the one a Lamborghini, and that never stopped. It's been a long time chasing down my Lambo, and I'm gonna get it one day. I shall get it one day. Where am I? Right here. Would I consider Porsche to be in the supercar family like Lamborghini and Ferrari? So, great question. Um, like 3 years ago, Porsche had started making a very strong move to rebrand themselves in the supercar space. For the longest, Porsche didn't land in that space. Porsche didn't get recognized as supercars. It was almost like it's just this understood car that did what it was, an understood German supercar, sports car that was never said to be a supercar until you start talking to Lamborghini and Ferrari guys, right? It's kind of like it was kind of like the Corvette. You know, it gives you all the supercar performance, and all the creature comfort is really comfortable. And I believe, based on my own experiences, and that's the thing that thing just keep reeling me in. The Porsche was more comfortable than the Vet, way more comfortable than the Vet. Although it didn't have the heated cooled seats, it didn't have. I don't know. I don't remember the stereo system, because all I was doing was driving or riding, so I didn't listen to music. The Vet does give you a phenomenal Bose stereo system, so you're gonna have a great stereo. But when I was in that Porsche, the whole time I was listening to the exhaust and the engine noises, the downshifts, the rev matching. Um, and it was amazing, but it was more comfortable than the Vet. I'm gonna be honest with you. I felt like it was bigger on the inside than the Vet. It felt bigger than the Vet. It really did. The Vet feels cockpit-ish. It feels like everything is centered to the driver. When you sit in the car, everything you need to function and do what you need to do is all in your purview. The passenger in the Vet, there's a pillar that separates him from all the driver stuff. If he needs AC, he doesn't reach over the pillar to turn AC on his side. He's got a little dial right here. He also got warm and heating, cooling and heating seat dials on his side of the car, or his or her side of the car. That's where they control and manage everything over there. Everything else is catered to the driver, right? So it feels real cockpit-ish, like a fighter plane, if you had to think, compare it to something. That Porsche felt open, way more open. It felt bigger. Um, I was in a 911 Turbo S. I drove that one, and I drove a GTS. Um, was it GTS or GT4? GTS. It was a GTS. It's a manual GTS, and the Turbo S was a automatic. Man, oh, that thing was so fast. It was fast. It cornered like you would not believe. It braked in an unbelievable fashion. Um, I shouldn't have drove that car like that. I was already in that love hate space, and both of the guys that let me drive, I drove two cars back to back. The GTS first, and then the GT, the Turbo S after that. And man, let me tell you, Both of them came from Corvette, so both of those guys were previous Corvette owners. Was made the conversation that much more interesting. But it opened the door, opened my eyes to look at that car differently. Man, I really diverted from that conversation. Porsche started shifting their energy into rebranding themselves, which started driving their prices up. When I was looking at a replacement for the Jeep, when I was looking at Pegasus, the X5M, there was two cars I was looking at. One of the main reasons, well, not the main reason, one reason that was a deterrent for moving into the Porsche Cayenne Turbo S for me, and that's what I wanted. I was going to get the Cayenne Turbo S. Which deterred me from getting at is that Porsche started driving their prices up. They took that same price range. The prices of their new cars started been just climbing, just climbing. And they started taking the prices. Well, that momentum of the newer cars and the prices that were going up based on where they were rebranding themselves started pulling certain model years up with them. So a car that I was looking at that was in my price range, it was a 2016 or 17 that was within my price range. 1 month was not my price range the following month. That same car went up in value on a lot. Usually you see dealerships lowering their prices. Used car prices of Porsche started going up. Absolutely phenomenal. Now, when you look at the 911s, 911 family, and you start looking at, and back in the day, all day long, you can get most of these cars in that 150 to $200,000 range. They got so many um, the RSs, the GT3, GT2 prices just to get your hands on a GT2, man, that's $400,000 maybe. GT3, 3 to 4. The new GT4, $500,000 car almost, 400 plus. High threes, 400 plus. And a lot of the newer 911, 992s, especially any of the turbos, those are, $200,000 cars. The prices have been pulled up. So this is an effort to be rebranded as a supercar. The performance of those cars, again, they proven themselves, especially on a track, curvy track, where that's where all those guys were chasing after. Z06, the GTD, Mustang GTD, their performance was all catered to chase after Porsche. They did their thing too, right? Z06 did his thing on the track, right? But I believe that the moves that they made with the technology that they brought to the table, that especially with that new hybrid turbo, Joe, oh, especially with that new hybrid turbo, I can only imagine. That performance is just through the roof, man. Electrification is taking some of these cars into new realms. I mean, the ZR1X, the AMG GT, the Porsche, the new 911 Porsche Turbo, bro. The electrification is taking these cars into an entirely new stratosphere. The new Lamborghini, um, next level. It's just stupid what they're able to do with that level of electrification, and it's considered a hybrid. What? You gotta love it. That launch, absolutely unbeatable. It doesn't make sense the way that thing takes off and scoots. Driving on the highway is the best to maintain it. I believe that what they call a good old Italian tune-up. You got to drive your cars for them to keep running. Most of those cars that break often are the ones that people don't drive them, man. You gotta drive them. You gotta drive the car. Yeah, man. I can see that one in your future, man. We got some work to do. I'm gonna show you how to get that car. So, what made you get a Corvette instead of a Mustang or Camaro? Um, it was my pinnacle car. When I looked at what was the highest that I was able to realistically see as the car that I would ever want, Corvette was always on my list. Lamborghini was always dreamable. You always had a car that was a pipe dream. It was always that car that you think, oh, be great, right? It's like looking at a 719, not a 719, is that a 918? Looking at some of these unrealistically priced cars, looking at Bugattis and looking at Koenigseggs. It's just, they're beautiful cars. Do I realistically see myself owning one? No. I do not see myself realistically owning them. It's just too ridiculously priced. Um, I think even if I was able to afford it based on the plan that I'm working now, I don't even think I would want to get it then either, because I think the plus with some of those cars is that you can find yourself driving them for free. They just don't lose value. But I just don't see myself spending. But Corvette was a realistic high goal, that lofty goal for me. And even when I was looking at that car, tried to talk myself out of it. It was never Corvette for me. And I was a Mustang fan in high school, and that died beyond just, I want to say maybe 3 years after high school, that died. I was a Corvette fan when the 69 was out, 67, 69 Corvettes. I love those. The newer Corvettes, although I like them, it was never a car I wanted to own. It was never a car I wanted to own. It was never appealing enough to me. And I drove them. But I also drove a Corvette, a C7 Corvette back in the day. It was a Stingray, and I fell in love with it. It just re-sparked a love for Corvette, and then it stayed in the back of my head. It always felt unrealistic, especially for what I wanted. I didn't want a Stingray. I wanted a 06. And one day I went out and I drove one, and then it solidified it for me. I was in the market. I had paid off a car, and I started thinking about what's next. And I was out and I drove a yellow Z06. And I fell in love. Oh my God, I fell in love. Even after driving, I tried to convince myself I wanted something else. I started looking at GTRs, and I love GTRs. I still would want to own a GTR. But at that time, you got to understand the prices were different. Like GTRs that I wanted, and then like the stuff today that's, 90, 80, I mean, 890 to $100,000. When I was looking at these cars before the market went crazy, they were $50,000, $60,000 cars. They were just a little bit less. As a matter of fact, they 50 to 60, whereas the Vet was like in the 60s. It was a little bit less than what the Vet was priced at. Hmm. Then I started looking at R8s, older R8s, as an option because I couldn't find the spec that I wanted. I tried to talk myself into getting an R8. Maybe that'll take the place of it. Then I built the C8 Stingray thinking, that's the route. And I didn't love it. I had to come back and look at the Z06 and just say, I'm going to still focus on the Z06. And I was doing a nationwide search for this car. I found the car that I thought I wanted. It was exact specs, low miles, 9,000 miles. It was an 18. It was in Arizona. I saw it. I got excited. It was the right price. I was like, oh man. I put it down. I said, man, like I'm going to go and think about it. I woke up the next day and I was ready I think I went to work, came home. I was like, you know what? Let me look at that car. If it's there, It was gone. I was like, ah, interior spec, exterior spec, years, mileage. It was everything. And then I couldn't find another one. That's when I built the C8. That's when I started building the C8, thinking that was the one I was gonna go with. Didn't work out. I didn't like it. I didn't love it. I love the body style of the C7 way more than the C8. No, no, I'm in the Illinois area. I'm far west, McHenry area. Part certified premium is top notch. Absolutely, can't go wrong with them, man. Those are great cars, man. Just wait. I promise you, I'm gonna get one. 2 year unlimited mileage. I know. I know. Just get a G body. I want one, man. Did y'all see that new um y'all know I don't listen to, well, you, if you don't know, you know now. I don't listen to a lot of secular music. I listen to more gospel and things like that. T-Pain, my dude, not T-Pain. T.I. is my guy. Um and he got that new song, man. Let him know. I had to watch that video, man. That Jeep, that doggone, what is that, a Grand Prix? No, a Monte Carlo. That Monte Carlo, stupid. Love that car. And it was spicy too. One day, man, we might have to add a G body. Mustang and Camaro is not the same class as a Corvette. And that was it. It's not the same class. Those are muscle cars. Corvette is it's an entirely different class, man. The ride, the experience of that thing is so different, man. It cuts through the air so differently. It'll blow your mind how fast that car really is, man. It will blow your mind. For example, you can get a Stingray and you just light scat packs up all day long. You really can tear up a scat pack all day long with a Stingray. Those things are impressive, man. They are very impressive. Do you think getting a manual Hellcat is worth it because the automatic is faster? Um, I have a automatic Corvette, and I got these manual guys saying, "Oh man, you should have got a manual Corvette." I say, line up. You can't shift faster than this car can shift. I say, get what you like. If you just want to be part of the driving experience by enjoying a ride without being fussy, I say get automatic. If you just want, if you the guy that gotta have the shifting, it's just inbred. You're a straight save the manuals guy, then get a manual. I think it's gonna be dependent on the person who's buying the car. If you want to be the fastest guy, get automatic. Because the automatics today you cannot shift faster or better than them in a manual. But if you want to be the cool guy with a manual, get a manual. I like being a faster guy. Just me. I want to be fast, man. I want to get out there and book. I want to get out there and book. All right, man. So I was bouncing around, man, and I was trying to look for some of the what's cool out there on marketplace, and I found some pretty decent little gems, man. I found some decent gems. I also found some which I believe will fall within that honorable mention kind of space. The ones that I was kind of targeting, I was I can't talk, trying to target American Muscle, right? But I kept running across all these unique, or rare cars from all over the place. They weren't just um American cars. They were German, they were British, they were a little bit of everything. But I kept running across some of these unique beasts. So it was hard to stay focused on just American made cars because it just wasn't the only thing that was out there, man, cooking. Um, so I want to share with you guys what I kind of ran across. And again, we're gonna fall within that space. We're gonna talk about um the rarity, why I picked it. And some of them you're gonna know why I picked it. We're gonna talk about maybe why I picked it and we could get into ownership if something that it would be kind of chasing after ownership or whatever the case may be. Yeah, man, we're gonna talk about a little bit of that. Okay, you already uh you ready to see the Bears go to Indiana? Hey, man, hold on, hold on, hold on. I see you knew. I gotta show you something real quick. Yeah, I'm ready for him to go to Indiana. I'm from New Orleans, bro. I'm a Saints fan. I am not a Bears fan. I can care less about the Chicago Bears. I am a New Orleans Saints fan. That's the biggest running joke with my guys right now because one of them is a Bears fan. We got a Commanders fan. We got a Green Bay Packer fan. We got two Saints fans. That's all on our thread. And the Bears fan, of course, he was sick because of the disappointing loss they had during this season and then postseason. And of course, we just giving them crap about the future state of their Bears. Me personally, I would love to see them go to Indiana. I would hate to see them go, but I would love to see them go because, of course, I think it's going to make one of our guys, DC, his heart is going to hurt. But that's the nature of the beast, man. Yeah, sometimes we got to mess with people a little bit. I'm ready to say, hey, see ya. Pack a lunch. It doesn't phase me one bit, one iota. All right, man. Let me show y'all this, man. So, um, and so I'm gonna start with the first one that I ran across. And this is American Muscle was what I was chasing after, man. I hope we can get through a lot of these before it gets too late. Cowboy Nation, yeah, you can have that. Saints all day long. You can have the Cowboys. Cowboys ain't the nation's team. They Texas team. We ain't got nothing to do with it. They ain't got the whole Texas don't love doggone Cowboys. I ain't worried about y'all. Lefty. All right, so this is the first one I ran across, man. As I'm going through, I'm like, okay, classic of muscle. Classic. I mean, a nice piece of rare American muscle. Unique. This is a 2003 Dodge Viper SRT 10, man. Convertible. It's a roadster. 21,000 miles. This is a great car. This is a great car, and it's clean. Got that little short shifter, V10 motor, no accidents. It's clean, man. It's clean. It's clean. I don't like that. This is the model, and I realized that just looking at these pictures. This is the model that the hood opened the wrong way. It's a nice car, man. And it looks like a driver's car. Somebody that's actually spending some time in it. HRE wheels, 2-piece wheels, maybe 3-piece. And it's clean. Driver's car, man. This would be a fun weekender, man. This would be a fun weekender. Now, all Vipers are not great riding cars. They can be rough. This one here is one of the rough ones back in the day. It's a first gen. These are not the smoothest riding cars. They really feel like race cars. They are not that comfortable. But they are driver's cars, so you feel like you're in a race car. That's the fun part of Vipers. Yeah, see, this is nice. This is not the greatest example, but it's a good example, man. It's a good example. Dodge Viper, this is one of them. And we move on. So that's one. I'm gonna try to get through this pretty quickly. So when we think about the cars that sit into that unique space, we mentioned it, right? Let me see. Do I want to go to this one? No, we're gonna go because we started talking about this. We've been having a conversation about these cars. Where'd you come from, and why are you on my screen? We've been talking about these cars, most of the time on the channel. Well, let's bring one in, right? Let's bring one in. We talk about one of the cars that was created to beat up on Ferrari. It was this Corvette Z01. It's a 90, but this was one of those cars that was brought in to beat up on Ferrari. This is when all those naturally aspirated motors led the way. This LT5, man. A ZR1. ZR1, naturally aspirated. This was the last naturally aspirated ZR1. And this sucker is nice. Let's look at the interior. It's pretty clean, man. Pretty clean. Exterior. And just to let you know, it is wider too. This is wider than your standard C5. The ZR1s were wider. It was the only car that went wider. Okay, what happened? Oh, this thing freezing up. There we go. I got too many things open. That's probably why it's doing that. So she's clean too, man. She's clean. Got that little nappy carpet in there. Those seats are actually pretty decent. If you've ever sat in that style of seat before, those seats are actually quite decent. I love this color. I like the spec. All this digital dash remind me of Knight Rider. For those who are old enough to know of the reference. He's got a couple of cassettes in here. That's crazy. Of course, the third pedal, top in the back. ZR1. There we go. That's the way the hood's supposed to open. Man, the all filter right on the top. Yeah, man. So this is the next one that I looked at. And again, it's clean, man. It's a really clean car. You can see here, it's wider. It's a wider body stance than the same year Stingrays. This is a wider car. They did their thing with this car. This thing is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Great pick. Still a great car to own. It really is. It's still a great car to own, man. For those who are in that space looking at those cars, still a great car to own. All right, moving on. Let's see. We're gonna stick with some of the older car theme. And I saw this when I was like, man, we gotta put this one on here. This right here would be a great opportunity for full restoration. Whoo! Great opportunity for full restoration. Let's go into it. See if I can get my man. I gotta get Willie Brown's attention on this one. Sheesh. 69 Shelby Mustang GT 500 KR fastback, 4-speed. My goodness. This thing here is a beast. This is one of 1,053. It is not the prettiest car. But oh my God, this is one. It's a barn find, guys. This is one restored will be next level. Look at the undercarriage of this car. Although this thing got rust on it, look at the undercarriage of this car. Absolutely bananas. Absolutely bananas. It needs a little love. Got that classic long stick. Pause. Undercarriage looks freaking immaculate. Let's bounce around this car real quick, man, so y'all can see what I'm talking about. It's not the prettiest. It definitely needs some love. You got a little surface rust, probably got a few holes and pits. But the potential of this car at full restoration, oh my God. Potential of this car at full restoration, Barrett Jackson action right here, bro. Barrett Jackson action. I think some of this rust go beyond patina. That will make me a little bit nervous because if it's not breaking the surface, if it's just this surface rust, it's not doing any further. Yeah, man, I dare to say keep it like that. It'll be that certain person that want to take it to the next level and restore this thing. I think to restore this to a 100-point car, man, will take a lot. But I believe that it will be worth it with this car. This car also lends itself great to that person that wants to do a resto mod, something completely unique. You're gonna pay a penny to get this one though. That's the challenge. But this as a resto mod with a modern motor, brakes, suspension, man, it could be a beast. Even with this, if you look at today with this motor, sheesh, that motor looks brand new under there, man. That motor looks brand new. Cobra motor. Mm. Look at the undercarriage, guys. Barn, this is a barn find. This blows my mind that people and this could be somebody's car that they just tucked away, bought it, wanted to save it for a little while, and then you get too old to drive it. Most of the people that was buying these cars weren't young people. It was older people that had the money because they did live the good life. They made their money, and now you start getting too old where you can't enjoy them. This is the reason why I wanted to retire or not work for somebody at a certain age. This is why it was a priority for me to be out of a job before my 50th. I don't want to be working for somebody during the years where I'm supposed to be really enjoying life. I just got to figure out how do I sustain myself during that time frame. And once I figure that out, yeah, bro, it's time. This car has 56,000 miles 58,000 miles on it. That's what's on the dash. And right now, it has 9 days. 9 days, and it's at 75. This car is going to go up. Somebody want this car big time. Somebody want this car big time. Oh, I'm missing some stuff. Let's see. G-body, where am I? Let's see if we can catch up, man. New York in the building. Sorry, New York, man. I was so busy running my mouth. Salute, New York. Do you think if a guy drove a C701 on the highway, seeing a demon pull up next to him, do you think the 01 owner would be scared? Nope. I don't think so. Here's the thing. The demon is a track car. It's a track car. Traction will be an issue on the highway too. That thing will probably tear the tires up at 90 miles an hour. That 01 will hook and book. Would he be intimidated? No, I wouldn't be intimidated. That demon would have to come and get me because that car is going to take off. It's going to grab the earth and try to rotate it. Just saying, man. Just saying. That Viper is collector car. It is. It is. That's one car when I saw it, I'm like, man, somebody take this and clean it up. No different than this Mustang. Clean that thing up. You can take it to the next level. That because it's not from Texas. Viper called the vet killer. Yeah, they were back in the day. Not no more. Don't they work with Lotus on this? I think they did work with Lotus on this car, if I'm not mistaken. Lotus had influence on a lot of cars that people missed. I know the hood pins. Very unique. I like them. Yeah, bro. Somebody like that. There's another. God, I can't think of their name, but they did a fire Mustang. Actually, when I went to, I went over to Illinois Motors and was hanging out with my buddy Tim when he was getting his Maserati delivered to him. So I was there with him when he was getting his Maserati delivered. They had one of those Mustangs. I can't remember the brothers' name. Something Brothers. Bro, that thing was so nasty. This is first people I thought about sending it to was them. Can dig it, all foosh. I send it to any one of them and let them work their magic. They'd take that thing to the next level. Bruh, nothing under there but protection. That thing is beautiful underneath, man. Absolutely gorgeous underneath. All right. As we proceed to give you what you need. Let's see. I want to show you guys. We're going to stay old school and we're going to kind of stay in the vein since we talked about it. And I got to show you this one because, man, why is this popping up? I got to show y'all this one because this is my heart right here, man. This thing is so nasty. And we talked about this car, believe it or not. So let's continue the conversation because I think this one is beautiful. Tell me what you think about this guy. This thing has 1,600 miles, a 79 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am, the 10th anniversary edition with the WS6. That is the 6.6 liter motor with the shaker hood. T-tops. This car is beautiful. Look at the dash, man. See that? They didn't do carbon fiber back in the day. They did this spent aluminum, steel, whatever that is. That shaker hood on that 6.6 liter, bro. I had a 6.6 liter. God, I wish I still had that car. And this thing is clean. One of the things, just like G bodies that used to crack and chip on this, is just the plastic that's all around this front bumper, man. This front bumper cover used to crack up. The fender flaring would this aerodynamics would be peeling off. There was so many this little plague things that happen with these cars, but when you take care of them, man, this thing is beautiful. I swear, I'm gonna own one of these again. I don't want another one. I do, but I want it resto modded to the next level. I want to do something special with it. And honestly, the goal is to build it, drive it a little bit, and then I have someone I want to give it to. So definitely gonna be a gift. But look at this thing. Something like this would be a perfect candidate. Perfect candidate. I got to look at where it is price wise because all that'll be gone. Everything under the hood of this thing would be gone, man. We would be doing all newer, modern everything, brakes, motor. I would put an LT4 under the hood of this thing in a heartbeat. The whole drivetrain, suspension. This thing would be absolutely ridiculous. It would be far more pleasure to drive than what I experienced in my Trans Am. Far more pleasure. Love the Trans Am. This car is again has its place, man. It's legendary. It should be there in the high places. Why did they make Viper stick shift? If they were automatic, it would be faster. Because it was, if you think about what those cars were, manual transmissions were everything. It was the significance behind sports cars. Being able to get on a highway. If you ever go look back at old videos of anybody doing a review on a sports car back in the day, every last one of them have a camera shot. They always have a camera shot on the road that's going through the twisties. They always have a camera shot on that guy, foot coming off the gas, hitting that third pedal, and seeing somebody shift and then pressing the gas again and was gone. Right? Every camera shot of any review of these old cars always show somebody manually shifting. It was the significance behind having a sports car. It just wasn't common. The transmission or the technology that's in transmissions today didn't exist. It did not exist. It wasn't as sweet as what it is today. These new transmissions are bananas. They do amazing things. They learn the driver. That Corvette, when I'm shifting normally and just driving normally, and the BMW does the exact same thing. When I get on that pedal and I start pressing it hard and I'm doing some speed and I'm getting at it, it thinks it's time to race. Like, you ever had somebody, you had a buddy that you hang out with. I'm from the hood, so y'all gotta understand. I had a guy that anytime somebody, man, what this dude looking at? I had a partner be like, man, let's go get him. Man, what are you looking at? Not man. I had somebody always used to be hype. Harry was one of those dudes, man. Love that dude. But Harry be hype, like, man, we ain't taking nobody trying to disrespect it. That was his mentality. That's how that vet is. That's how that BMW. You get on that gas on that thing, it starts shifting way different. Everything is turn it every time you get in the downshift, rev match and all that other stuff. And then when you take off slow and you just cruise it, it just shifts like normal. BMW does the exact same thing. You can hear the rev matching and the downshifting when you're driving aggressively. But when you take off and you start driving smooth, it learns how you drive and it responds in kind. Absolutely crazy. Bro, T-tops. I love those T-tops on that Trans Am. Them T-tops came in handy after one crazy tequila night my wife and I had. I can tell you that. We were dating each other and we had tequila fumes coming off our skin. Had to take them T-tops off. 78. No, 79. 79. 79. All right, let's moving on. Next. We did that one. Let's shift back to, we're going to shift back to Ford. I want to shift. Nope. I'm not shifting to Ford. We're going, this one for, we're going to stay old school. Let's stay old school. I'm trying to decide which one I want to go to. Let's stay old school and go with, yeah, let's do this. We're gonna stay old school. And I got these two that we're gonna be Lefty. These are dedicated to you. These are dedicated to Lefty. All right. All right. These are dedicated to Lefty. This first one is a Dodge product. It is a resto mod that I love. I think this thing just looks and probably drives absolutely amazing. Yeah, man, let's take a look at this old 83 truck Ram. Whew. This is a twin turbo Dodge Ram D150. Look at the stand, side exit pipes. She got 223 miles on it, bro. This thing looks sick. Looks absolutely sick. They did a great job with the paint. Traction bars, it sit like a car. Side exit, roll cage on the inside, clean interior. Look like it could be a show car and a race car at the same time. Or race truck. And it's clean. Side exit exhaust. Rivet passing glass, rear window, straight race car. Rear valance. What? This got diffuse on the back of the truck. Stance is stupid. Ports for twin turbos. Just sucking air. Paint is clean. This thing is crazy, crazy clean. Like I said, I don't know if it's a show truck or a race truck. This thing is crazy. But look at this. Cowled in the hood. They clowning. That side edge exhaust. And it's single cab. Lefty. It ain't a G body, but I bet you'll drive it. Look at this thing. You got a whole Holly carburetor in the back. They took it out. There it is right there. Yes, indeed. This thing is nice, man. Is that leather? Leather in the bed of the truck. Yes, indeed. It's got to be in Arizona. You can't do that in the South. Yeah, man, this thing here is nice. This look like it might be an absolute fun, a blast to drive, man. This thing look like it wants to be sideways most of the time. Absolute blast to drive. I wish it told how much horsepower this thing is making, man. I wouldn't be surprised if this is 8 to 1,000 horsepower, depending on what they got on the hood. It's a big Hemi. Y'all know what that button for? What's this button for, man? Who can tell me what that button is for? Send me the link. I got you, Lefty. Y'all know what that button is for? Man, I want to get to here under the hood. Man, look at this. Sheesh. I'm gonna tell you what I hate to see. I hate to see dirty motors. I cannot stand dirty motors. They could be clean. You can keep under here clean, man. I cannot stand a dirty carriage. This thing is crazy. My goodness. Yeah, this right here, nasty, straight nasty. I'm gonna send you the link, Lefty. I'm gonna send you the link for this one. We got some more. So since we talking about trucks, I gotta say that one. I can't get rid of it now. Since we talking about trucks, I gotta also show you this one. Now, oh, this stupid thing. There you go, high beams. That's right. People don't know. A lot of people don't know what that button is for, man. If you know, you know. Lefty, this truck is this another one I'm dedicating to you, man. When I tell you, when I saw this, I was like, this Lefty all day. Um, all day. Let me show you what I'm talking about, man. This thing is straight nasty, bro. I would drive this thing until I'm blue in the face. It is nasty. Look at this thing. This is a wide body 23 Ford F-150 XL regular cab. This thing has a 5.0 liter Coyote motor that is Whipple supercharged. This is a monster. 10-speed transmission, bro. This is a monster. And it looks amazing. A wide body, bruh. This is not a dually. It's a wide body truck. What? Oh, they got the numbers, baby. They got the numbers. This thing is making what? Now, it's a pickup truck. Y'all got to understand this. Making almost 600 horsepower at the wheel. This is crazy. They did their thing with this one. Is that what the Whipple? That seems light. That seems real light. I feel like it should be making more than that. But this thing looks so good, man. Look how wide this thing. That presence. It looked like a Baja truck stuck to the ground with those big fender flares. Look how this thing looks. It looks killer to me. I've never seen somebody wide body a truck like this. This thing looks so good. Mexican GTR. Yes, sir. Bruh, look, if that's what it is, man. I didn't know they were wide body though, Lefty. I did not know they was wide body. IS in the building. What up, IS? Broski in the building. I didn't know that they were wide body though, Lefty. Bro, this thing looks so good to me, man. This thing looks so good, man. Oh my God, this thing is nasty. And you know it sounds good. With a 5-liter Coyote motor, you know it sounds good. My goodness. It's a Florida car. Yeah, I bet it is. Yes, it is. I want to see the interior. I didn't see the outside of this thing. Let's look at the inside. She nasty, nasty, man. Let's see what they did on the inside. Quick look at them wheels too. They got Volsons on it. I mean, is that Volsons? Yeah, that's Vossen wheels. traction bars down there holding that thing down to the earth. Interior is just clean. It's simple enough. You got a flat bottom carbon fiber steering wheel. I feel like it needs better seats, to be honest with you. It way better seats than those, but I'm not mad at them. I will sit in those little basic seats to drive that truck. Like you would not believe. Yeah, they did their thing with this, man. This thing is absolutely beautiful. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Gorgeous. Mine as well. I would daily drive that one also. Until we get to snowy, that you got to put that away. That's just, especially with a truck is light on the back end. For me, it just don't work, man. It just don't work. I will send you the link to the other one there, Lefty, for real. All right, a few more. And I talked about we doing American Muscle, man. So when we look at American Muscle, that's everything that falls under the American space. This car, man, isn't a factory built car. However, God dog it, why does that keep happening? It's not a factory built car. However, it is a factory car. I like these cars, but I can't fit in them. That's my only downside. I've always wanted one until I tried to fit in one. I realized it don't work for me. So I can't own it. Factory 5, they come up with this thing, and these things are so much fun. This one here has 700, oh my God, and 74 miles. It has a 5.0 liter LS6 V8 in it. It's got the Porsche manual transaxle. That's the common thing to put in the back of this thing, is that Porsche transaxle. That transaxle that makes it a mid-engine car, 5-speed manual transaxle. This thing is, every time I see them, I love them. I'm gonna tell you right now, they are not comfortable at all. They are not comfortable at all. Um, but they look very, very good. I was so enamored with this car. I wanted to build one, and it was the kit. It was like the key kit car. You had to source your motor and transaxle, and they told you what to get. And it was common to get the um the C5 motor, or that C6 5.7 liter, and get the Porsche transaxle and allow it to connect to the rear of that vehicle and drive them rear wheels. But they were always very, very sporty, very basic, race car-ish on the inside. Most didn't even have a radio, but they were just fun drivers. That was another thing. All these pedals are close together. Oh my God, these pedals are close together. Hold up, y'all give me just a second. I wish I could have this thing just click through the pictures real quick. Give me just a second. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. Ugh. My apologies. I had to step away real quick and see what was happening. All right. Again, a beast. H pipe on the back of this thing. These things sound like race cars with this doggone Corvette motor in them. They sound amazing, bro. Again, just hard to drive. Sitting in this thing, not fun. Trying to put these big feet on them pedals, not fun. Just the shift, not fun. Not fun at all. Yeah, man. Cannot fit. Cannot fit. All right. So moving up to something a little bit newer. Again, we talking unique or rare, the ones you don't see that often, the ones that are not out there. These are some of the mild little unicorns. Although this one here, we've seen a little bit of, at least I have, but my buddy has had his in the garage. Most of its ownership that he had it because of when he bought it. Yeah, it is what it is. But I still love these cars, man. I think they are absolutely awesome. I still would love to own one. And that is the Holden, the Chevy SS. I think this is such a great car. They are spicy. They are fun. This is a four-door Camaro. You talk about Camaros? This is a four-door Camaro. They are fun. They are comfortable. They are great drivers. Yeah, that other car look like a car at the yard. Yeah, it does. It really does. And it's a kit car, man. Straight something they send you all the stuff at home and you build it. Straight up build it at home. This Holden, man. Oh my goodness. This is a clean one. I love the oh God, look at this thing. I just think they are mean, man. I think they look so good. I still want to own one of these cars. Still want to own one. You can pro charge this thing, you can supercharge it. They're clean on the inside, they're comfortable on the inside. Um, I sat in the back seat one ride and was comfortable back there. Like blew my mind how much space there was there back there, and I was good. I'm like, man, this is a good road car. This was fair. This is really a clean car, man. A great example of this car, especially for 90,000 miles. Great car, man. Love the Holden. Love this thing, bro. Love the Holden. All right. I do want to get into, before it gets too late, some of these honorable mentions, man. Bruh, just saying. That's a 16, but let me tell you, they are absolutely beautiful. All right. We've seen that. That's a duplicate of that. We saw that truck. My man ain't on here, so we're not gonna get into that one. But some of the honorable mentions, I wanted to get into some of the ones that I saw that I was like, man, these are unique. These are rare. These are, you know, not common at all, right? First not common car that I wanted to pull up that is just crazy rare, that is not that American muscle. It would be this little rocket ship. Not common. Like, but let me tell you, if I get my hands on one of these dudes, sheesh. 2002 Mercedes AMG SL63 Brabus 750 Bodo Boschman edition. Look at this thing. It looks so mean. The body, wide body on the rear of this thing. Look how it looks at you, bro. This black car, it's crazy how you can see from the stance of this thing, the front tires, how far wider they are out than the interior, or telling you just how deep those rear tires sit in. This is an all-wheel drive car that probably launched like you would not believe. Twin turbo, 4-liter V8. Oh my God. This thing only has 1,700 miles and it's a convertible. Look at the interior. Look at the leather on these seats, man. Gee whiz, bro. This thing is so nice. Tons of carbon fiber, 750 horses, 646 foot-pounds of torque. This is a luxury rocket ship. I want to get more into this interior. Well, hold on, we'll do a couple of the around shots because it's just nasty. Look how nasty this thing looks. It's nasty. This black paint looks ridiculous. All that the carbon trim looks ridiculous. These wheels remind me of Viper wheels. It's crazy. Look how low the stance of this car is ridiculous. Big brakes, big carbon ceramics, tons of carbon trim pieces. The booty on this thing is just ridiculous. The paint is beautiful. Not a big fan of convertible tops, but this thing is nice. The seats, the interior on this thing is just so Barabbas. Barabbas. Let's look at the interior. Oh, let's get a close up on this wang. Look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful. Carbon fiber. That weave is beautiful. But there was a reflection in the carbon. That's crazy. Pop out handles. All right, let's look at the interior. Man, leather wrap doors, carbon trim, full leather wrap doors. Mm, mm, mm. Got the leather mats on the inside, carbon fiber pedals, light up kick panels, trim panels, excuse me. These seats are beautiful. They killed it with this thing, bro. This thing is absolutely beautiful. This is a beautiful car. This is a beautiful car. Ventilated headrest too. Y'all saw that, right? Like this thing just looks like money. Like it just looks like money. It looks expensive. It just looked like it smell expensive. This is a beautiful car, man. I would love to own something like this and drive it. This would be something that I own, drive until I'm sick of driving and then trade it for something else. Wait, did it have the comfort store? Okay. I thought it up. I bet you this was one of the ones that have the built-in like perfume in a glove box. One of 25. My God, this thing is crazy. Beautiful car, man. Absolutely beautiful car. Oh, I do want to look under the hood real quickly. Tons of carbon here under the trim on under here as well. Bi-turbos, hot bi-turbo across the top of that motor. Man. Yeah, bro, this thing is nasty. Absolutely nasty. Absolutely nasty. I think one of the top honorable mentions for me. One of the top honorable mentions for me because it's just absolutely nuts. All right, moving on. We got a few more I want to share with you guys. Let's go to one of the cars I just fell in love with, man. And they actually took this one and took it to the next level. So this is a modded selection that I made that I think will make this car extremely desirable, even for a hatchback. Even for a hatchback. They took this 2002 Audi S5 Avant and did a RS6 swap in this thing. If you know, you know. Same motor. If you had to think about it, it's the same motor that's in the RS7. So if you think about the Avant of the day of today, this is an old looking new Avant. bruh. So the interior, it's don't get me wrong, it's clean. And I like it because it's something that I fell in love with back in the day. Of course, we got us a Navy ship behind him. This where is it? San Diego? Look like that pier in San Diego. Um, so it's clean, especially for this car. It's clean, right? For this O2, she clean. But what I want to see is under that hood, man. I want to see under that hood. Because that's that part, right? That's the part that takes this to the next level. Oh, wait, we can look at the interior because I thought the interior was actually pretty nice as well. Ricardo seats, Recaro seats. I must be getting tired. I ain't got no more voice. Definitely got to go get me some tea. So it's nice, very nice on the inside. Let's get under the hood because that's the part right there. Alcantara sways in the ceiling and everything. But man, they done did. Are they gonna take these covers off so we can see? They didn't. She's nice. This is a great car, man. It's a great car. I wonder how many miles it says on it. Let me look. At least on this swap. I don't know if that's chassis. Okay, so the chassis has 147,000 miles, and the motor has 20K. Yeah, you'll be driving this for a long time, man. For a long time. Sheesh, that's nice, man. I like those. All right, I'm gonna give you guys maybe two more, man, before we start wrapping it up. Um, I don't know which one I want to do. I got to do more than two, but it's gonna have to be quick ones. Man, why is this keep popping up? They just got some really cool, rare cars in here, man. Let's do something that's common, rare and common, rare and common, rare and common. Um, two more, and that's gonna be rare and common. We're gonna go back to Mercedes, and we're gonna do this guy right here. This Gullwing, man. This is 65 Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Gullwing. This is a very rare car. It has 2 more days on auction, and it's currently at $1.2 million at value. It's got 2 more days. This price is still going up. This car shows 21,000 miles. That's it. 3-liter inline six. This car is beautiful. It is an immaculate condition. Man, when I think about the person that buys this car, this shifter reminds me of the old school majorettes batons that they used to twirl. If y'all old enough, y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh my God. But this car, it has incredible lines that Mercedes has found to be able to carry over into some of to the modern Gullwing and some of the other modern um, SL I can't think of it. SRL, SL something. It's the same lines that they've carried over from generation to generation, man. And this is such an incredible example. I mean, very common by the price that this thing is holding right now. That is probably absolutely immaculate. Like it's about to take off. Oh, she got a little bit of wear, but I got to tell you, man, if it's holding at that price, that little bit of wear is nothing. And it's going up. It is not finished. It is not finished. It's still going up some more. $1.2 million, man. Would I pay $1.2 million for this car? Probably not. But I would like to be the guy that says I'm going to pay $1.2 million for what kind of access does he have? I'm just saying. I'm just excess that this guy have, man. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. That's just part of the reality of the game, man. That's part of the reality of the game. And the last one I want to share with you guys, and this is one of the cars, man. You think about the car that made you fall in love with Lamborghini that I had on my wall, man. Not this one. This was one of the ones that came after the fact. This was rapper era. This was when rappers started rapping about uh, uh, Lamborghini Mercy. Man, look at this Murcielago, man. This thing has 16,000 miles on it. And it's clean. Got some kind of body kit on it. Oh, designed by Luke Dunkerworth. Luke Dunkerworth. Yeah, he must be somebody special. Find me a crew cab Chevy CK 1500. We're gonna work on that for you, bro. Man, this thing is something else. This is a beautiful car, bro. This really is a beautiful car. And a very desirable car. That's the key, too. Very, very desirable. I did not look at the dollar figure yet. We're gonna look at that in just a second. But I want to bounce through this car. This body kit that's on here is sick. Like when I first saw this, I'm like, is that a Mercy? You know it's a Mercy, but I was doubting because of the body kit that's around it. This thing is so nice, man. This thing is so nice. It modernizes a Mercy. This makes this Murcielago look timeless, in my opinion. And the doors go up, baby. Tim would love this. He loves Mercies. Murcielago, man, they got all the theater, but all the drama. They don't always stay unbroke. That's the problem with Mercies, in my opinion. That the part that makes Huracan seems more appealing, and some people believe the Huracan is a cop out from Lamborghini. It's the easy way to go, but it's a dailyable Merc. Good Lord, I can't talk. It's a dailyable Lamborghini. It's the car that you can literally drive every day. To me, that makes sense. V10 that you can drive everywhere. It is beautiful. It still looks good. It's fast. It's quick or whatever. You can get more out of it. They sound great. The doors don't go up, but man, they sound good. You can make them go up if you want to. They're going to look at you funny, but this thing is so clean, man. Golly. Super clean. Super clean. Yeah, they did this one right, man. They showed this one some love, man. They showed this some love. Sheesh. Mm. Man, why they look like fake carbon fiber? I swear it does. They don't look like real carbon. It bothers me a little bit. Don't be cheaping out on the Lambo. Come on, man. Nah, she clean though, man. She think this thing is so nice. Get the back of the motor, the V12. Mm. Yeah, this thing is killer, bro. This thing is killer. The only thing that why is that looking like that, all Fred? The only thing, that's the cooler, brake cooler. Only thing that deterred me from this car of Murcielago, man, two things: price and the maintenance. They just take so much to keep them going, man. They get expensive, bro. They get real expensive. But let's see. This one is sitting at 76 right now. We got 6 more days, so it basically this is the beginning, and it's at 76. It's gonna be moving. I believe this is gonna go up. I think that the price stays a little bit lower than what this car could be worth, especially with 16,000 miles because of that body kit. I don't know if that body kit is gonna help it very much. Don't think it will. Because I think some of the pieces did not look like carbon. They did not look like carbon fiber. They looked like that fake spray on carbon fiber. Yeah. So yeah, man. So that's our little list for the day, man. I thought it was there was a couple more cars. There was a couple Aston Martin that I didn't show you guys. There was this BMW 2003 Alpina Roadster. Pretty cool car. Didn't want to get into too many, man. We just need to start wrapping this one up. There was an Austin Healey in here. Like, as for the honorable mentions, they had some pretty cool cars, unique cars, rare cars that kind of stood out in my opinion. That you know, but what I think I gave you were the ones that deserve that little bit of attention. I just say one more. All right, I'm gonna give y'all that. I'm gonna give you the BMW. I'm gonna close out on BMW. Yeah, I'm a BMW guy, so I'm gonna close out on BMW. Give y'all one more, man. I'm gonna gotta get out of here. Let's see. Just trying to save my voice. I ain't got nowhere to go. I just gotta save my voice. But I don't want to be disrespectful you guys' time either. Original owner this car is being sold from is a 2003 BMW Alpina Roadster V8. So this little bitty coupe is a V8, and it's got not a little V8. It's got a 4.8 liter V8. It's got 29,000 miles. This thing is clean. Single owner car. Super, super clean. I love the spec. It is number 387 out of 555. A numbered car. That brings that rarity up a bit. This car has 3 days on it and is right now at $129,000. Let's take a quick glance around this car because I think it's beautiful. I love the lines on this car. It has such a unique roadster look, but still BMW. It doesn't drift that far away from being a BMW. This look like that car you go cruising with your lady in, man. You don't do a whole lot. You just take your lady. We're gonna go out. We're gonna go hit the streets, go grab some lunch, sit out, drink some coffee, look at the car. Oh yeah, man. This thing is something else. This is a pretty car, man. And it's probably a really good driver. I would love to drive one of these one day. I've seen this car in person before. Never sat in one. And it's got PPF on it too. HRU wheels. Oh, scratch on the mirror. Signals in the vents. It's clean. This thing is super, super clean. Oh, never mind. Don't that remind me of the Mercedes. Which one of the Mercedes have that back end? They have a back end like this. I think BMW did it first. Wow. Love this car. This thing is beautiful, man. This thing is beautiful. Mm, mm, mm. Let's see if we got a few more pictures on the interior before we close it out. Do we have any more on the interior? Yeah, we do. All right, let's take some more because this interior is crazy clean. It's crazy clean. It's beautiful on the inside. Gauges on into the center. Driver focused paddles. Not even paddles. They just got the buttons to advance up and down the gears on the steering wheel. Soft touch buttons. Two-tone leather. Man, it's pretty on the inside. Yeah, this thing is nice, man. I like this car. This is a collector's car. A person that drives collects this car. This is a nice car. You don't see this car. This is not something that you see regularly. You do not see this car. 160 on dash. Push to start. Ain't no Bluetooth in here. Yeah, she nasty, man. She nasty. That was that one more, man. Time to bring it down, man. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and going through these cars with me, man. I have fun looking at them, man. I have fun talking about them. Um, it was cars that brought me to even do what I'm doing with these with my channel right now. So it's just being true to what it is, man. Dang, the wheels are nice. They are nice, man. I like the style. Sharp sick. Appreciate it. This thing is nice though. No, it's real nasty, man. This is real nasty. I would love to drive one. You know, just seeing it is one thing. I would love to be able to drive one of these things one day. It's just beautiful, man. It's absolutely beautiful. But yeah, man. Thank you guys for hanging out, man. Thank you guys for hanging out and checking out some of this stuff with me, man. This is fun for me. I enjoyed this. I'll be back, man. Do we know what we want to look at next time? I'll pull something together. I will definitely pull something together. And we'll have us another lick. There was oh y'all, I didn't even show y'all. There was another GTR, man. There was a Skyline, a 99 Skyline. I forgot to show y'all. But we're gonna have to wrap it up, man. And it's right. It's a Skyline too, so it's a right hand drive. Nasty. But listen, man, we're gonna wrap this up. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Um, although not feeling 100%, feeling way better than I did before. This also makes me forget I'm even sick. I'm gonna be honest with you. So I thank you guys for rolling with me. Appreciate y'all. Love you guys. Remember, man, you're designed for greatness, man. And because you were designed for greatness, guys, you have the right, the responsibility, and authority to never be average. So, guys, don't be average. Yeah. Also, man, salute to all our veterans, man. Active duty, especially now, active duty, our reservists, our retired, our separated, and our transition. Always remember, man, freedom ain't free. Y'all be good. Peace. I holla.